Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Welcome back. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Hanging in there. Need some football to talk about.
Well, you know what? It's funny. I was talking to Tyrone, and he's like, bro, there's nothing to talk about. And I'm like,
that's always his excuse.
But this is where, as a content creator, we have to give lessons. Because, Tyrone, there's a shitload to talk about, and we're going to talk about it tonight, especially with a week off last week. You think he'd be chomping at the bit, like, bro, I want to talk about this, want to talk about that. He's like, nothing to talk about, bro. Aaron Rodgers.
Typical.
This is what we got. This is why, it's just like, when you want to, like, bro, we got to talk contract. So let's talk contract, third amigo. I had nothing to talk about.
I mean, you know what, man? Just thanks for throwing me under the bus. I appreciate that. I would expect. I would not say that. I did say that, but I would expect no less from you. Prime time, how you doing, bro?
Good,
Coach
man.
Prime time. I saw you back on the field today. Tyson, I saw you.
We'll change the topic. I don't want to make this small talk nonsense.
I'm just saying,
listen,
bro.
How could you say we didn't have a show last week? You had the Elijah Moore trade. You have all these things to talk about. The Elijah Moore trade you didn't make a video about.
I made a video.
All this stuff, and you have nothing to talk about.
Excuse me, sir. I made a video on Facebook, sir. You asked Mr. Tim himself. Yeah, see, that's what I've been having to do, man. I've been doing videos on Facebook, so you guys find me.
Why don't you take those videos and put them on YouTube?
Yo, listen, y'all, we'll talk about that off the air because y'all already know what my problem is when I do videos and this. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, since we hashing shit out, this is what we're talking about. When Tyrone does videos, number one, I either have to send him to Primetime or Tyson, right? Because he won't let me upload it. If I send him to Primetime shitty ass phone
high enough for this.
has my shit looking horrible. Tyson,
don't play my phone.
Tyson will sit there and tell me, Tyrone, we need a longer video. But the problem is, if I'm not near Wi-Fi, I can only do like 2 minute snippets of videos. That's why Tyrone has been doing the videos like Tyrone has.
Basically, we're justifying poor performance. Is what we're doing.
So what Tyrone is doing, Tyrone took it upon himself, his own initiative, is I'm going to be doing Facebook. I'm going to be doing live Facebook call-in. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna jump on Facebook every once a week, and I'm gonna pick a topic and I'm gonna talk about it.
How does that benefit our YouTube channel, Kevin? You want to answer that question?
I'm just saying, man. Listen, man, we gotta stay focused, man. Time at a time. You can take them off the Facebook and load them up. That's how we'll do it. There we go, baby.
I'll say this: as long as you stay consistent with it, if you're actually gonna do it every week, that's awesome. Because I got a little surprise for the channel also. That's gonna be coming soon. Every Thursday nights.
Every week. Can Tyrone get and we're not gonna talk about contracts because it's a bad season. But when the season picks up, we'll go back to negotiations. But I'm locked in for 2 more years.
Elmo,
I think we have an opt out after year one.
Elmo, I'm gonna let you know something. Elmo, I'm gonna let you know something. Elmo, Tyson signed the contract. I have my lawyer look over this weekend. I'm here for 2 more years, so I don't give a fuck how you feel. I love you, Elmo, but I'm locked in. So Gunny, I'm sorry, but I'm locked in. I'm here, baby. Let's go.
I don't know about that. This whole contract thing, man. I mean, I'm going to renegotiate for myself.
I mean, you can renegotiate, but my shit locked in. Number one, I got 50% of the money up front, so let's not even talk about that because you can't get that back. It's already gone. So let's just focus on the night. Football, baby. Listen, that Elijah Moore trade.
See, you know how he likes to change the topic here? Yep. It's like the NFL. There's no guaranteed contracts in content creation, man.
Hey, listen. I'm Lamar Jackson right now. God damn it. Hey, look, we're just gonna keep moving forward.
You're Lamar Jackson. You demanding a trade? All right. What kind of competition you want? We'll trade you a Jet Turbulence podcast.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, man, they got porn stars coming on too. They got one of my favorites coming on, so I'm actually gonna end up calling them and be on this show just because.
What's funny about them? What's funny about them is they've got to work on being on the same page because on one tweet they'll have the guy ripping the reporter to shreds, and the next guy's inviting him on the show. So it's just Brian Costello, you're a fraud. Hey, Brian, I'm a big fan of yours. We always respect your work. Want to come on our show?
Hey, let me say this right here, right? And I love them guys because, you know what I'm saying, they were just some of my favorite callers. But I'm going to tell you something. I normally talk to Joe Cat at least once a week, right? And if you ever get a chance to really just sit there and talk to Joe Cat, This guy is exactly the same way he always is. It's go. I said, Joe, how you rip the man that you put on the show? Hey, bro, it is what it is. What the fuck? I was like, yo, who does this? But listen, he was like, yo, man, well, you know what? We got porn stars though. I was like, yo, but I said, bro, how did we just get there? You know, I'm just saying, whatever you want to.
It's just funny to watch. Like, I don't respond to like none of their. I don't respond to that stuff.
Yo, they're funny, bro. They're funny, man.
I'm like, they literally have the guy on, and then they rip him like 2 minutes later.
Hey, but you know one thing, Tyson,
Crazy.
I will say this, man. Unlike other people, they always mention our show. They mention where they got their start at, and they're always shouting us out, man. So big up to Jets Turbulence. Love you guys. Keep the porn stars to a bare minimum. You know, when y'all got live action, just call me if you ever.
That's something that you'll see everywhere, though.
Bro, you don't.
At least
bro,
they're
listen,
original with it.
I was like, how do y'all even pull this shit off? Like that shit's just different, bro. You got to be a real good one.
There you go. What's up, Armin? How you doing, man? No, I think I just find this shit funny as hell. I
thought Afram was the third co-host.
Actually, listen. Afram is a regular on Just Turbulence, man. And you watch the videos with the porn star. He just be smiling, face beat.
You know what's funny about Afram too? It's like I text with Afram all the time, and I'm like, dude, you might at this point you just got to launch your own channel, right? Like, do your own channel. He's like,
voice of reason.
No, but he's like, I don't like being on camera. I'm like, dude, you've been on every goddamn channel. Like, you're on our show, that you're nothing but on camera. Like, don't say that, like, modest. Like, yeah, man, I'm not really good in front of the camera. Bro, you're on shows for hours.
But Tyson, I will say this though: a lot of people don't understand who starts podcasts, right? Yo, when I was just calling in, I was just Tyrone from Virginia. Yo, I can light it up. When you on this live show, when you got live callers, you got the chat messing with you, you got to respond and answer questions, and then our chat is like no other, because if you fuck around and say some shit, and then they come back and catch you on that shit, bro, they gonna ride you the whole night.
They don't forget either.
Yo, listen, and the
I'll
one
put
thing
our chat against anybody's, dude. Our chat is next level, man. They don't forget nothing for years. They'll be like, dude, like the one video I made was like 2 days ago. The guy's like, bro, 2 years ago you said this. Like, 2 years ago? Like, who remembers this?
Yo, listen, let me tell you this. The one thing that helped me, because bro, at one point, man, I was gonna quit this shit. I can't, because I'm not used to people saying something and me not being able to come back, right? Tyson said, Tyrone, look, man, it is what it is, bro. If you're gonna do this shit right here, you got to learn how to have tough skin and just shut the fuck up. Yep. Absolutely. Primetime told me the same thing. So then, because you know me, bro, I'm confrontational. Like, I see you at the game, and I'm not doing all that talking, but I realized that so now I only charge for the first 2 hugs. You know what I'm saying? After that, everything's free. This is what I do now. Now I used to charge for hugs all the time, but I don't do that no more. All love, baby.
Tyrone's a Russell Wilson of Let's Talk Jets.
Wow, that's fun. Hey, Jose, you know what, man? I owe you one anyway, because I killed your fucking show. You talking about I was like the 5th best. What kind of shit is that, bro?
Wait, why are we not asking Tyson about leverage? What did I miss?
I'm tired of hearing the word, dude. I'm tired of hearing the word, because there's been endless debates on social media. Who has more leverage? The Packers, the Jets, this and that, pissing and moaning, whatever, dude. I don't care. Get the trade done.
Get it done, bro.
We got a lot to cover, and we'll bring callers on. We missed last week. We apologize for that. Working on some really cool stuff. So
yes, sir.
We're working on a Let's Talk Jets tailgate. That's going to be much better than the shit we've been doing.
Yes, sir.
Working on a nice little program for the home opener. Stay tuned for that. And road trips, too. I got some tricks up my sleeve here.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, let's start.
Aaron Rodgers has inspired you.
I mean, I'm inspired. And, it's just take advantage of some happy fans for once. But let's start with the Elijah Moore trade, which was interesting. The reactions to it were interesting. The compensation. So let's start with, I guess, Kevin, we'll start with you first. Are you surprised that he was traded? And then the second question is, what are your thoughts on the compensation for him?
I was a little bit surprised, but also not really. I think it was 2 weeks ago that we had talked about it, because I don't remember talking football with anybody else. And I brought up the possibility that, maybe the higher ups, Joe Douglas, Saleh, maybe there was still some animosity over how things transpired last year, especially while the team was winning. He wasn't happy with his role. Do you want to risk that potentially happening again with Aaron Rodgers? So I still think he's a young, talented player. I would have brought him back to see what he could have done. But if that trust has ultimately been severed, then you move on. And there's free agent receivers you could bring in. There's clearly interest in Odell. You could draft another guy to replace him. So if they didn't feel there was trust there, I don't mind it. Compensation is what it is. You moved up to, round 2, right? They moved up early round 2 for round 3.
Yeah.
Not terrible. I probably would have wanted a little bit more without giving up a pick back, but it is what it is.
I kind of thought that the Jets. This was kind of I thought what happened was last year they said, "Listen, we're not going to treat the trade deadline because you demand the trade. We trade you right away. It's a terrible look for us.
Yeah,
just be a team guy. Be first. At the end of the season, we'll work hard to get you somewhere else." And they kind of went by the word and did it. And this may be the best package they got. Teams knowing that he wasn't happy here, the Jets wanted to rid of him. But I mean, what do you think, Tyron? I think he wanted out. And that they just.
Well, two things, man. I heard something today that I can't confirm or deny, but I heard that he went and asked for another trade again.
Second time, I heard that too.
Yeah, and he didn't go public with it. And I think that, I didn't want him to go anywhere. I thought he was going to have an amazing year with Aaron Rodgers, but at the end of the day, I think that he rubbed people the wrong way, and I think that this kid is more about himself. As for the trade compensation,
wait before you know what? But it also, I mean, I have sources too. I'm sworn to secrecy, which really sucks. But if LaFleur is gone, right, and Zach Wilson isn't starting, and he's still asking for a trade. It's got to go. It's got to be something. It's got to be something deeper than right.
We'll see what happened with this. Well, we can't go but so far. But what I mean, I'm trying to.
He still wants out. He still wants out. The damage is done.
I'm trying not to go to within deep details of what I already know. But what I'm saying is this though. Like I think that it got to the point where it was unrepairable. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think that you wanting out after when Aaron Rodgers is coming is really, really not a good look. I mean, it just shows to this kid's character. But everyone said this right here too as well. The compensation, I didn't like giving him a third. I did not like that. If it was just for the 42nd, I'd have been cool with that. But giving him a third. But listen, at the end of the day, you had no market, and I think that he played it smart by not coming out demanding a trade again because you'd have really killed your market. So, like I said, man, good riddance to garbage. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be 100 with you. I think the kid is very talented. No, I mean, I don't mean it in that necessary Tyson. I don't mean it in that aspect. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so Mike White, I can root for Mike White. I can't root for Elijah Moore anymore. I just can't, man. Like, man, you don't burn that bridge to where it's solely about you, and I just don't like the way.
It's like I was just hoping that with LaFleur gone, Zach Wilson being whatever bench for Aaron Rodgers, that maybe it's a fresh start because the kid has talent. He's got a lot of potential that we all still believed in.
Absolutely.
But if you have to trade him, you have to trade him. I didn't like giving the third pick, though, the third round pick. I was kind of like, that kind of, because like he does have a lot of talent. He could explode with Deshaun Watson in Cleveland, but it is what it is. And then you move on. So,
and now you basically have two entire draft classes that have absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you go
last year's draft class in the Rodgers trade. That's what's saving Joe Douglas right now.
Yeah. So then you go from that. You're like, all right, that's trade. So like now that, your wide receiver depth is kind of interesting. Then, Saleh comes out and he praises Corey Davis. And it's so funny because everybody's like, oh my God, Saleh is giving all this positive feedback on Corey Davis, expects him on the team. That's what you're supposed to say if you're going to trade somebody. Exactly. You talk positively. You don't give up the opinion that you want to get rid of a guy because you're going to lose all your leverage. He's probably part of the package for Aaron Rodgers or whatever else. So it's so funny. Like Corey Davis is here as of today. I still have a hard time believing he's going to be here, week one of the regular season. I mean, Kevin, what do you think?
No, he's an easy guy to talk good about too. I mean, he's a positive locker room leader. It's not like, he's got a lack of effort on the field. There's plenty of footage you could show of Elijah Moore quitting on routes last year. That's not Corey Davis. His issue's been drops. His issue's been some injuries here and there. But when he's been on the field, he's been pretty productive, and he gets after it as a run blocker too. So I wouldn't mind if they brought him back. I just don't like that number. I think they're going to need. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to need to put that money elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree with Prime Time. I think he's been a stand-up guy. I think my problem with him is his availability and him dropping big-time passes. You know what I'm saying? When he could have moved the ball, changed the field, just doing his job at the level we thought he was going to be. But
he was doing consistent, man. He was hurt, drop passes falling down.
Absolutely,
he'd make a clutch catch in the fourth quarter, but before that, he had like 2 drops that would drive you crazy.
Your best availability. I mean, best ability is availability. And also, I do have an issue with them making $10 million a year. That's a lot of money for a receiver that probably is going to be number 4th in your depth chart right now coming in. I don't know if they'll move him. I'm not sure why they won't move him. But if they bring in Odell, I think he definitely gets moved. And
I think he's part of the Packers package. I have a weird feeling he's part of it. Why else would he be here?
But the problem is this though. I mean, you're looking at it. Is he? People are complaining about us keeping him, but it's only $10 million. And most receivers are going really high. You know what I'm saying? And you imagine the depth that you have with the receivers you have, because you don't know who's going to get hurt. And then you bring a guy like Odell. Would you want to keep Would you want to keep Davis as insurance on him getting hurt or something like that? Because these guys coming up,
it's a lot of money in your top 4.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, what if he restructures though? I mean, what if he's willing to restructure?
I mean, he could. I mean, that's the one thing you want to see once the Jets actually get this Aaron Rodgers trade done, is all like what his contract's going to be, and all the contracts have to be restructured to get him in here, because they got to do a lot of work to get Rodgers in here. So you go from Corey Davis still being here as of today. Let's clarify that so everybody can't go run around and go crazy. But they made a sneaky good signing of Nicole Hardman, dude. Yeah, that kid can play.
Yeah.
Like the one thing the Jets have always lacked is game-breaking speed, like legitimate game-breaking talent where the ball goes in their hands and boom, gone. Special teams, jet sweeps. This kid, and he said he's going to come back faster than he was before. I mean, he was already a burner. I mean, prime time, I saw that. I'm like, dude, in this offense with Aaron Rodgers, I'm here for it, dude. Let's go.
The only thing, not to be a downer on this, because I've always been a huge fan of Nicole Hardman, but it's always been a little bit troubling, I guess. Why hasn't he broken out with Pat Mahomes and that Andy Reid offense? Like, what's the issue there? I know he's had some injuries and whatnot. He's still a young player. He's got all the speed in the world, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like he's taken that next step since being drafted.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say that he's covered under a really, really good offense, and that's the way they used him. They had so much talent there that he wasn't really his skills wasn't optimized.
Not this year though. After they got rid of Hill, he had an opportunity this year.
They still won a Super Bowl though with him. You know what I'm saying? I think that he brings a dramatic that we don't have. Special teams, he's definitely upgraded what we had over Barrios. I'm sorry, Barrios just was not. And also I think they have an opportunity to be that guy. When you're in Kansas City and you're buried on the depth chart under so many great players, because you had to realize, man, they had a lot of good receivers there. I mean, not superstars, but
he's not being brought in here to be a number one guy. He's going to be a contributor, role player.
That's what I'm saying, Tyson. But you have a guy who like that, whose speed is just unmatched. So you can you know what I'm saying. So you can use him in different kind of packages other than the reverses and stuff like that. So I think that he's going to bring a different kind of facet to what we want in having it, man. Absolutely, and that's the one thing we don't have. We have everything else but to take the top off guy, and then we got that.
Yeah. So you have you've Hardman, you have Lazard, you have Garrett Wilson, and then the Beckham stuff where Odell Beckham Jr. is smart as hell, man. He went to the owners' meeting and he made sure he was photographed with all kinds of prominent decision makers, including Saleh and Douglas. Yep. He has no visit scheduled yet with the Jets, but he just talked to them today. So you don't really have to visit if you're already talking to him. So I think it's coming down. It's going to come down to money, man. I think the first thing is, for Beckham, he's probably like, you know what? Get the trade done first. I want to make sure you have Rodgers in the building before I commit to going there, which I don't blame him for that. And then it's just a matter of money, where I don't think the market is as high as he thinks it is for himself. Nope. Like, he's not getting that $20 million a year. He's not getting that $15 million a year. And he said it himself, like, I never said that, which who knows what's true or not. But prime time, a guy like him, if you can get him some kind of incentive-laden contract, you saw his workout. He's
how many years though would you feel comfortable giving him?
I'm a 1-year flyer, dude, like everybody else.
You think that's what he's looking for though, or is he
he probably wants 2, right?
Unless he just wants a 1-year prove it deal and then he cashes out big time when he shows that he's healthy.
But if you're him though, would you want like a 3-year deal when you know Aaron Rodgers is going to be your 2 years max?
Yep, exactly.
Depends where he's at physically too. If he doesn't feel like he's the player that he used to be, he might want to make this his last big payday if he can get a long-term deal.
See, that's where like they said like the rumors like down like the Chiefs, the Jets, stuff like that. If he's looking for more than 1 year, he's not coming here, because you go to Chiefs. I'd rather play Mahomes for 3 years than Aaron Rodgers on a year-to-year retirement watch.
I listen. I think you're absolutely right, Tyson. Kansas City will probably be the best choice, but I think he will come here, and I think he'll come in a 1-year prove-it deal. I think he'll be incentive laden.
Well, it's not going to be a prove-it deal, but he's going to get. Say you give him like what, $7 million with a ton of incentives, like you get.
That's the best.
800 yards, 1,000 yards.
That's the best. That's the best he's going to get, man. The kid is coming off 2 knee surgeries back to back. There is no possible way that you're going to give him anything more than that. You can't. I don't care how good he was. Is what he is right now. So, but I think he wants to play with Aaron Rodgers, because who wouldn't want to play with Aaron Rodgers? Listen, Aaron Rodgers and the receivers that we have right now, like there is no way you can double team or slide safety help to anybody that's going to be exposed. Aaron Rodgers he's accurate and gets the ball to the guy that's open. It'll be, listen, that's an automatic come up. So yeah, you're going to come here, you're going to take the 1-year deal, and you're going to know you're going to cash in next year because Aaron's going to make you look amazing. It's not Matthew It's not Matthew Stafford back there. This is Aaron Rodgers. This is the guy who is the one thing we know he can do is back-to-back MVPs in the league where some of the best quarterbacks has ever played at. This
MVPs.
Yo, listen, at the end of the day, he is who he say he is, though. Discount double check, man. Yo.
So you have that, you have Beckham. It's just super exciting, man. I want this deal done already. I'm tired of even talking about it, but you figure on wide receiver, you're probably set. If you bring him in, the more the merrier. Mims, I think, I mean, does he have any value to even trade him? I know the Jets, if you give up, the rumor today is they're going to give up a second-round pick this year, second-round pick next year, potentially swap the first-round pick. Who knows if that's true or not? But, I mean, what is Mims' value even? Do you even, does he have any value?
It couldn't be anything more than, what, a sixth-round pick?
That's
so is it even worth it
Yeah.
for how much he's getting paid last year in his contract?
There's no way.
Motivation to ball out. And
Let him play in Hackett's offense.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Why not see what he can do?
It makes
speed, he's got size.
It makes no sense to get rid of Mims. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you're going to give him away for a 6th or 7th round pick in next year's draft. It doesn't help you. I mean, listen. The key, you both guys made a key point. His contract is basically nothing. Keep the kid, let him play it out, see what happens. You never know who's going to get injured. Oh, absolutely. It wasn't Aaron Rodgers.
But not even that. It's Paul Hackett. Jesus Christ, please shoot me. But Nathaniel Hackett, it's just, but this is an offense supposed to be more player friendly. It's more fun to be in. He's not as rigid as Mike LaFleur, so that could be a positive. Maybe this is Mims' last chance with the Jets. Maybe this is your chance to show what you really have and flourish. There's a legitimate depth chart. So if you're going to make the team, you got to work your ass up because to get any kind of snaps in this offense is going to be especially with Beckham here. Forget about it.
And you don't play special teams, so therefore you got to earn this. So I mean, I think Mims gonna have a good season. The problem with LaFleur's offense was it had to be it's timing and precise. I think with Hacket's offense, it's more of you're going to run to a spot and Aaron Rodgers is going to find you. He's a big physical target, man, that can move down the field. Who runs like a 4.3 speed, man. The kid's going to be okay. I think so.
If they don't end up signing Beckham, though, do you think there's an urgency to get a top flight receiver in here? Or do you feel good with Garrett, Lazard, Mims, and Hardman as your top 4?
Yeah,
I'm good.
I don't.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah?
I really am.
I think you got to draft somebody high then.
I think Garrett Wilson's going to be a star. I think in the second picks in the draft, we're definitely taking a center. There's no other way around that.
Well, we'll get to that next. I mean, that's...
but I'm just saying. He was saying drafting a receiver. Listen, Tyson, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Garrett Wilson is a star. I think Hardman will be a star. I think you still got Corey Davis, and you still got Lazard. Exactly. Yeah. So you have players that can really get the job done. And that's a lot of talent. Plus, we still got 2 tight ends, and we got 2 backs that can catch the ball.
You know what's interesting, Kevin? We've been doing this show 23 minutes. There's a lot to talk about, isn't there?
Sounds like it. I mean, we've only talked about receivers.
For having nothing to talk about, we're actually talking about a lot of stuff right now, right?
I didn't want to talk about the disc. I don't want to talk about the contract, man. I'm just over that.
I'm just saying, but just it's
we're just
cruising right along here with content, right?
Everywhere we go, man, it's about when we're going to sign Aaron Rodgers in the deal. I'm just so sick of it, man. Just get it done.
I'm just
saying in terms of like a creative, entertaining show. It hasn't been that difficult so far.
I mean, our show is always creative, entertaining. Man. It's 3 amigos together.
We had to just inspire the conversation here. The next thing is the whole Ezekiel Elliott thing last year in terms of running backs and stuff like that. And my take with this, I like the Jets running backs. I like Breece Hall. I like Michael Carter. I like Zonovan Knight probably more than most do. Ty Johnson coming back, whatever. I mean, the Jets love him. Whatever he does. The Ezekiel Elliott thing, I understand in terms of a short yardage back, a power back, things like that. He's lost a step. He's not the same player he used to be. To me, personally, I'd rather have a Leonard Fournette or a Kareem Hunt, somebody like that, over an Ezekiel Elliott. But to me, running back's not a pressing need. That's just you could draft the running back. You could draft that money. We'll talk about other positions, but to me right now, it's is that really I love its names always get headlines and they're saying the Jets don't want him, whatever else. But to me, running back's just not on my list right now. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, I mean, Michael Carter and Breece Hall, the Jets running back too. So
I don't blame him, dude. You know what's funny about that? Funny. You know what's funny? The Jet fans love Michael Carter's rookie year. Yeah. Last year was a down year for whatever reason. Maybe he's hurt, trying to play through an injury, whatever it was. Now they're like, oh, fuck him. We'll move on from him. We don't need him. Dude, what?
They absolutely need Michael Carter. We don't know what Breece Hall is getting in the first half of the year.
Absolutely, prime time.
Which is why I'm not going to eliminate the thought of Zeke Elliott, but how much money is he looking for? If you watch the Cowboys last year, I mean, Pollard looked 10 times faster at times when he was out there. So But like you said, though, for a short yardage back, a goal line back who can get you that 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, I mean, I wouldn't have much of an issue with it. I'm just curious how much money he'd be looking for. I'm not giving him any big time money. You got Zonovan Knight. You could draft, running backs late nowadays. So.
And prime time, I totally agree with you. Listen, I don't think you need Zeke. And the comments that Brees and Carter made, he was like, "Yo, we good over here," and I believe so. And I think that
I like that attitude.
Tyson, I love it because absolutely. And listen, the one thing about Brees, I don't see him starting the season off. I just don't. But you draft a guy in the draft, and you get somebody that's gonna come in, another body. They like Ty Johnson. They just sign them back. You got Knight, you got Carter. You'll be okay until Brees gets back in and able to come back in the form. And I wouldn't rush him back at all. But I wouldn't bring in a guy like that. Yeah, he lost it. He lost it a couple years ago. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good back, and you can get him for the low. I would get him for the low, but I don't see how you use him and you allocate money to that in a roster spot to that to a guy who only does one thing.
Say he plays. You get him in there for the first month of the season. Once Brees Hall is back, Brees Hall plays. So what Zeke Elliott's gonna be your 3rd down back? Maybe he's gonna get 4 or 5 carries a game. I don't want carries going away from Brees Hall. I don't want carries going I like Zonovan Knight, dude. The kid became
absolutely
he looks explosive as shit, especially if in theory if Hackett's can get the guy in the ball in the hands of space, get this kid in space, do a lot of creative things. I don't know. I don't. To me, money can be spent elsewhere, and it should be spent elsewhere because they have holes in. What's we got here? Hey, Hells, do you guys feel about drafting a center in the 1st round? And this is the next comment we have is the questions about drafting a center. Obviously, Ben Jones is out there. He's got ties to the Carter offensive line coach. He's a veteran. He's a Pro Bowler, has an injury history. But the question I have is, what does Aaron Rodgers want? And I get the feeling that he probably wants a veteran center in front of him. That's my guess. Yep. Don't know if that's true or not. But, I mean, prime time, that's got to be a factor, dude. Does he want to deal with a rookie center, get him caught up to speed, or does he want a veteran he could deal with? And the Jets, just cohesiveness on the line, having veterans all across the line probably helps. I mean, what do you think about Ben Jones?
Having a veteran quarterback and kind of becoming a win now team, I don't think you could take the risk in taking a center in the 1st round, especially with pick 13. I mean, there's a pretty sizable gap. Yeah, you're not taking a center that early. And, do you feel comfortable in the 2nd round then? Are you going to get the top guy then? So I'd feel much more comfortable bringing in a veteran and then just using those picks to, address the secondary, find a safety, maybe get another receiver in here, some depth on the O-line. We got a lot of other issues. So.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here. I think Ben Jones, he like one of the people in the chat just said, Ben Jones is a dog. The only problem he has is he's always hurt. That's the issue that you have. Yep. And as for the draft, the kid out of Minnesota, the one that went to the Senior Bowl, kid dominated, man. He's absolutely a day 1 starter in the NFL. So you can get a guy like that in the 2nd round and have him sit behind Ben Jones, or if you bring McGovern back, I want to bring McGovern back. Yeah, me too. I think that what you do is you draft somebody that could be your starter next year, because whoever you bring in, you're not bringing them in for a long period of time. But
Ben Jones would be a long period of time. It's like a 3 or 4 year deal, I think.
But Tyson, man, he hasn't played. He's been hurt the last 2 seasons.
Well, what do you think? He's going to come here for free? Like, you know what? I love him for 1 year.
No, I don't know. I mean, you make it, you give him a good deal, maybe a center-based deal, and you see how it goes into the season. I don't want to sign him to a long-term deal. And then we end up, because you're allocating money to somewhere to a guy who's always injured. He hasn't finished the season in 2 years.
Yeah, center is a huge concern.
It's huge. It's huge. That's why I don't understand why they haven't brought McGovern, at least in discussion, to bring McGovern back.
The weird thing is we've had this conversation since doing the show, almost seemed like every year. What was it like? It was like Dickerson, Humphrey, like every draft we're all enamored with centers, right? Man. Every draft we're enamored with centers, and we never draft them ever.
And the bad part is every center that we wanted dominated.
They're like Pro Bowlers now.
Exactly. That's the bad part, man. That is absolutely the bad part.
And then every free agent that we show interest, we never get. Matt Parodies and Ryan Jensen.
Lindsley.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, it just, I mean.
So we go from the center position, which Ben Jones apparently is going to be visiting with the Jets or talking to him. They're interested. Joe Douglas actually admitted that, which is great. Then the defensive line, which is funny because people are like,
yes, sir.
They're not talking about it, but Sheldon Rankins, like it or not, is a big loss. You lose Nathan Shepard. Even with all the talent the Jets have, there's a hole there. So Calais Campbell is coming in on Thursday, and that's like the favorite. It's like the flavor of the day where everybody loves him now. He's the must-sign guy. Man. Prime time, your thoughts on Calais Campbell playing next to Quinnen Williams?
I don't know if it was true or not. I saw some people in the chat saying he was going to the Lions. I don't know if that's true or if it's just meetings or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'd have no issue bringing in some depth on the O-line. Just based on the way they D-line, excuse me, the way they did the rotation last year. It seems like they're intent on bringing back Carl Lawson also. So as many bodies as you can, having a veteran like that. The Jets had it back in 09 and 2010 with Rex, with what was it, Trevor Price. Having those veterans is good on the D-line. So you need guys like that.
Yeah, listen.
He's a leader guy. He's a hard work leader guy too.
Can I just have...
Did he sign with the Lions? Is that true?
I saw people say, I don't know if it actually happened.
Man, please don't tell me that, man.
I'm out of loop with everything. So
I'm about to go through a whole...
You guys are filling me in.
I was in the gym for the last couple hours, so I didn't see. Is that true?
I've been driving, so...
Now look it up, you bastards.
He either signed or he's visiting, I guess. I don't know.
He's visiting the Jets Thursday.
He's to meet with the Lions this week is the one thing I see.
Okay.
I don't think he actually signed yet.
Yeah, I don't think he signed yet. But
come on, man. Who wrote? See, this guy, man.
Yeah, man. Don't do that,
Global Bry, you're a clown, bro.
He wasn't the only one. There were people at the start of the show that were saying. So.
Yo, let me say this right. Let me have about 45 minutes. Calais Campbell is absolutely what I've been asking for the last 3 years. You put somebody beside Quentin that can actually get the job done. And listen, Quentin gets double teamed every single play. You put a guy on the other side like Calais who can eat in our rotation to where he's going to be fresh all season long. You could extend a guy like this career for the next 2 years, and he dominated. You know, he finished 79 out of all of the top guys in the league in running, and then pass rush. I think he was like 76. No. I mean, as for percentage wise,
he said he finished 79th.
79% as it's the top players. I think it was like the top 11, and out of all 149
so
players,
21% of players are better than him.
No, listen, man, stop playing, bro.
He threw stats out there. He's like he finished 79 out of 79% of the other 79%.
No, listen. What I'm saying, what
the hell are we talking about here?
What I'm saying wrong is this: he finished number 11th in the league as for tackles passed out of 149 players. You know what I'm saying? So in his run stop percentage was like 79%.
What are the chances these stats are right, Kevin?
They are right. I'm telling you.
I'm trying to figure out what the stat is. He stops 79% of run plays. Or,
he's 11th out of 149 of.
And pass rush, at 38 years old, bro. Listen, Calais is a monster, bro. What he could bring. Where'd you
get that stat from? Who gave you that stat?
I was reading early. I was reading yesterday and I saw it. So listen,
5432.
Listen.
Some fucking Facebook forum page. Was making up shit.
What I was saying to you is this, man. So listen, Calais Campbell would Quentin would be absolutely the dominant line that we've been dreaming of for the longest time. So.
How old is Calais Campbell?
He's like 38 or something like that, right? What is he, 39?
We gotta fact check all your shit now. God damn,
listen, number one, I don't do stats. I'm just
36.
You don't do stats. You've been giving stats for the last 3 minutes.
I'm not giving stats. I'm just telling you what the man that got done last year as for ranking against tackles, D tackles.
60% of the time he's in the top 79%. This is like, what the hell are we doing about?
Listen,
you got the age wrong. They got Kevin looking up stats.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you, man. The kid, he's an absolute dog.
I can tell you with a simple Google search that in the year 2020, he was named PFF's Run Defender of the Year.
Okay, thank you, Prime Time. Appreciate it. Thank you. So stop fucking with me, man. I'm good, baby.
Wait, I don't see anything about 79% about anything, though.
Wait. Wait. Hold on, Tyron. You're proud of the stat from 2020? We're in the year 2023.
I mean, listen, years don't add up, bro. Just saying, listen, I know he's an upgrade. I tell you this, he's an upgrade. He's an upgrade over Sheldon Rankins. I'll tell you that. Absolutely.
Oh, that's a hot.
He is
as a run stuffer, as a pass rusher. I don't know.
Listen, Prime Time. Why you looking it up? Look at what he did. Look what he finished at in the league last year in pass rushing as a tackle.
He had 6 sacks. He had 6 sacks
as a tackle.
All I see is 6 sacks. Everything else is locked. I'm not a PFF subscriber.
I don't blame you. That was just 2 years ago.
The hoodie's coming, man. Mind your business.
Those hoodies are like.
Mind your business, man. Listen.
They're coming with the Aaron Rodgers trade.
Absolutely. And they're part of the Aaron Rodgers trade.
There's 2 more stories we can get into before we go to callers. This next one is, as of today, March 28th, prime time. March 28th, not September 1st, but March 28th, Zach Wilson is number 2 quarterback.
As of today. Doesn't mean it's going to be like that in training camp.
Right. But your thoughts as of today?
I don't think anything of it because I don't think it's going to get that far. I really don't.
Nope.
They're saying all the right things right now to try to build this kid's confidence that they do believe in him as a number 2. But it would be absolutely insane in a win now season to put their hopes on him being your number 2 if something were to happen where they actually needed him to go out there in a big game. There's no way that's going to happen. If anything, he gets an opportunity to compete with a Gardner Minshew or some kind of veteran in training camp. And if he's better than that guy, then yeah, maybe he does win the job. But he's not going to be handed it.
The only problem, well, Minshew already signed, didn't he? Didn't he already sign with somebody?
I'm saying,
but I mean,
any low level.
But that's But that's why I was thinking the same thing. Where it's like it's a March 28th. A lot of things can happen, but you'd probably get better value now instead of like an injury happening in training camp. Then you got to panic and try to go get somebody because most of the guys are gone already. So like to me, like a Teddy Bridgewater makes sense. And the thing, you understand, like you don't want to have too much money invested in the quarterback position. But at the same time, this is a win now team. The Jets are all in. Like this is Super Bowl playoffs or bust. Don't cheap out the quarterback position. And you can't I don't have that blind faith in Zach Wilson. But like, you know what? He's going to learn so much from Aaron Rodgers in 1 month. He's going to be a serviceable, competent backup. I don't think he's going to be. I wouldn't want to take that chance.
Yeah, listen, I don't see him being the backup. I mean, listen, it sounds good today, and that's what you're supposed to say today. That's exactly what you're supposed to say. But I think as we go to training camp, OTAs and training camp,
somebody else in, man.
You're going to. They're going to have to. They're going to bring another camp body in there. They might even draft somebody.
I don't want a camp body, bro. I want a legitimate backup veteran quarterback.
I mean, Tyson, listen, I'm going to be really honest with you. Who's left? I mean, it's so whoever comes in now is definitely going to be serviceable, but I think that anybody's an upgrade over Zach. Just I think Zach needs a whole year to really just reboot and start over again. I mean, but you say what you're supposed to say. I mean, listen, Zach's our backup right now.
This isn't about saying what you're supposed to say. The Jets, their blueprint, their plan better include a veteran quarterback. They better. It has to.
I mean,
Carson Wentz still out there.
Oh, no, sir.
What's funny thing is, I have a guy that's been trolling me, dude. Bro, Matt Ryan. I'm like, it's not my ideal choice. But I mean, just you have to have another veteran in camp. You have to. Like, I don't want to wait.
Flacco's still around.
Can you imagine they bring Flacco back, dude? I would just be done.
You know who would kind of be interesting? Brian Hoyer.
Yep.
I've always kind of liked him.
Man, solid though. I mean, listen, anybody's an upgrade over Zach. I don't think you want to put Zach on the field. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted somebody and made them higher than Zach at the end.
I don't want that.
You're not drafting another quarterback.
Not drafting a quarterback. No way.
No way.
No, I agree.
Actually, no, it's not crazy. If you're gonna have Rodgers here for 2 years, and if you don't actually believe in Zach, maybe you're grooming this kid too.
I'm
It's not crazy.
Bridgewater, Hoyer, Chase. I mean, just anybody other Jameis.
He went back. He went back to the Saints, man. He signed back to the Saints. Now, I wouldn't mind having James in. But Tyson. I mean, I wouldn't mind having Teddy. Teddy was serviceable, man.
I like Teddy.
Was good for us, for real. Teddy was balling, but I mean, you just need somebody to come in and win some games. I mean, but the one thing about it is Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt that much. But I do not want Zach as my number 2 in case something does happen. I do not want him playing. I just don't.
Nope. So then the last topic, my favorite topic, the owner Woody Johnson, my favorite topic, the topic that's gotten me and Primetime in a lot of trouble over the years.
Gift that keeps on giving.
So the owner, I did a video about this, I don't know, a half hour ago. It's just like, usually when he talks, he embarrasses himself. The draft day videos are always awful. They're cringeworthy. He's trying to act like one of the guys, like, like he's just trying to fit in. The videos, him walking down the hallway, talking to the players, always looks ridiculous. When they ask him about, what are your expectations for the team? Never a playoff mandate. We want to see improvement. We want to see progress. I don't issue playoff mandates. Today, I think Woody Johnson realized that, you know what? When you spend a shitload of money, you want to see your team win. So guess what, Woody Johnson? We've spent a shitload of money. We want to see your team win. Welcome to the party. Welcome to reality of being an NFL owner with a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 12 years. And it's going to be the longest drought in professional sports in the United States. So Primetime, Woody Johnson today said he's not a patient man after watching years of losing and tolerating it and justifying it and making money off it. He's not a patient man. He wants to win now.
Yep.
Music to my ears. Welcome aboard, Woody.
Yes,
sir. It's about time. It's about time.
But that is, to me, you better go to playoffs this year. You're getting fired.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's
100%. If Rodgers is your quarterback, would you expect anything less?
Nope.
Absolutely.
Hell no.
Go to the playoffs and actually you should win a game in the playoffs. I don't think that's unfair to ask that either.
A playoff game is
for Woody.
Go ahead. No. I said player game's not enough. So
Yeah.
go ahead, I'm finish up.
No, I'm just saying, like in general for this offseason, like I'm proud of Woody, and I haven't been able to say that much as a Jet fan.
Nope.
You know, we've been tortured, we've been beaten, like you said, we've given tons of money year after year. I've been a lifelong season ticket holder, haven't gotten any value for my buck. So it's nice to see him actually show some sense of urgency, making this a win now season, going all in for Aaron Rodgers. You know, the debates from a few months ago about not settling for Derek Carr. I give him so much credit for that because, like you guys were saying, I mean, there was genuine risk in terms of completely striking out and getting nobody. So he had to be aware of that. And he said, you know what? I'm still not going to settle. I'm going after the top guy. And he sold Rodgers his vision. Him, the entire team that went out there, they got it done. So you got to give him credit.
Yep. I'm going to agree with, listen, I'm actually going to agree with you. I think Woody did a good job. I think Woody has, it's not a mandate, but it is a mandate. Listen, if I bring Aaron Rodgers in here, I'm about to give him $50 million.
Well, he's finally spent money, the cheap bastard. He hasn't spent money on what? He hasn't spent money on free agents in a while.
He's always spent money.
Got to win. He always spent money. Yo, but it's always it's always been
never been an issue.
It's always been making a splash, but it's never been the right kind of players bringing in. And I think but I listen. I'm going to agree with everything he's done so far. Listen, we want to win.
You want everything he's done?
No, not everything, but I agree with this offseason. This offseason, I'm cool with it.
Did you say everything?
I'm cool
That's
with
what
it.
I heard everything.
Okay, well, you heard everything. Well, you heard wrong. Listen.
You said everything. We can rewind this if you want.
I mean, we can rewind it all you want to, man. But listen, I'm telling you, the show, rewind it after the show is off. But I'm just saying, what
you said, I agree with everything he's done. Your exact
everything
words,
he's done.
This offseason.
Everything this offseason, absolutely. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
So,
except raising ticket prices.
Aha! There it is.
Nah, you know what? Listen, you got Aaron Rodgers. You got to do what you got to do. The ticket prices, there, big fella.
Oh, so now you're gonna punish the fans for what?
They didn't know that.
Nope.
When they raised him, they had no idea. And like I think Tyson was about to say, for all the fans that invested in the shitty teams, don't we deserve to pay the same price to watch Aaron Rodgers? I think we do.
Hey, let me say this right. So I met two older cats. I stopped out in this restaurant out here in PA. I always stop there and get something to eat, right? So there's two older guys, man. One's from New York, one's from Jersey. They're both Jet fans, right? The owner of the restaurant's a Patriot fan. So he always gives me a hard time. So last Friday, I got there early. So I was eating dinner and they came sit and talk to me, right? My man he's been a Jet fan since 1968, right? The year before the year before they won the Super Bowl, right? So he was telling me, man, he had season tickets and everything else, and he was like, "Yeah, man, they chased all the good people out. He went from Giant Stadium to just the whole spiel of it, right?" He says, "But you know what? For the first time in a long time, fucking the Jets are doing some good shit. And, for somebody who's been a Jet fan for longer than me, to say something like that and was so passionate about it, man, I was like, yo, if you're watching tonight,
that means increased ticket prices."
I mean, what do you got to do? What you got to do, big fella? Listen, hey Tyson, would you listen? If he raised prices,
are you serious right now?
If he raised prices,
hold on. Coming back from
dude,
that one.
You've got to be kidding me. The Jets and Robert Sala's first year were terrible. They failed, and then they go on a little winning streak and give any kind of hope to the fan base. And the team's first reaction is raise ticket prices. They couldn't be any more fucking greedy. And you say you got to do what you got to do?
Did Tyrone raise the ticket prices? No, I did not.
You just said you got to do what they got to do. You justified it.
Listen. At the end of the day, if it gets
that's
us
a kick in the balls to Jet fans. You got to be kidding me.
If it gets us Aaron Rodgers, it is what it is. He's going to raise it. Listen, if he wouldn't have raised the prices, he probably wouldn't have went after Aaron Rodgers. He had to justify. His bullshit.
You've got to be kidding me. So the Jets now raise ticket prices so they can afford to get Aaron Rodgers. Woody Johnson is making money hand over fist with this team year in and year out, regardless of ticket prices. Tyson, it was a greedy move.
I'm not saying that. Well, but you just said that, prior time you said the same thing, that you never would expect Woody to do some shit like this, right? So he raised the prices so that he went and got Aaron Rodgers. He had to justify some kind of way.
He didn't even know Aaron Rodgers was going to be available in the offseason.
Hey, he made it happen.
It was pure greed. There's no other way to justify it.
I'm sure the extra 5% that I'm paying for my upper deck seats are really gonna.
And you just said you got to do what you got to do. I'm sure every season ticket holder, including primetime, is like, "Fuck you, dude." I've been paying money hand over fist to watch lousy football, especially in December when I'm sitting next to opposing fans most of the time.
And not just that, you can't even sell your tickets. November, December, those games have no value. You can't sell them for anything more than 30% of what you paid for them originally. So.
Hey, prime time. Was we gonna beat up that Patriot fan?
Oh,
That
had a chance to get
the
ugly.
NFL dictated what? The NFL told the Jets to raise ticket prices? No, they didn't. They absolutely did not do that. It has nothing to do with revenue sharing.
I mean,
that happens.
We know we know our owner hasn't been the best owner. So for him to do that, you're not surprised. Listen, look at the product we put out for the last we been playoffs in 12 years, Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, did
they make it last year?
Playoffs? No. We should have been in the playoffs last year. We should have.
They raised ticket prices before a 6-game losing streak.
Hey, but listen, you know what's crazy, Tyson? After he raised the prices, they went on a 6-game losing streak. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Yo,
gotta do what they gotta do, though. You know.
That's your owner, man.
Gotta do. Screw the fans.
Yo.
All right, so we'll go to callers. I mean, I'm not gonna really talk about the compensation that was rumored today because it's just all speculation. I'm over it. I think once it gets to the draft, things get a lot interesting. If that's we got Elmo's got a Mets question for prime time.
Oh, no.
Okay, Elmo, what is it? Can't be a Yankees question because we have no pitching. So don't
as long as it's not about Diaz.
It's already about Diaz. You already know it's coming.
So let's see. Terrible. Let's see who we can go to first. Go to now. What's really cool is one of our weekly callers has been on this fitness routine, just kicking ass, dropping weight, and all this shit. And he's now Makai Beckham's best friend, which is super cool. This guy's like, and then of course, it's only a matter of time for yo, Makai, can I get like a game used jersey, like sign real quick? Like we'll do it on the down low.
What's Chris? What's up, big dog?
You probably already have it somewhere.
No, I don't.
Wait, who is that?
I
I recognize you, bro.
Looking good, bro. Yo, every day I see you on Twitter, bro. I saw you out there with them hard steals today, baby. You looking good, man. So proud of you, bro. Keep up the work,
trying, man. I like literally though. I've been running on fumes. I told someone in one of the comments, like for me, I'm just worried. Like I'm good when I'm in a groove. I'm good. Like if I take a day and I get out of that groove, am I going to fall into old habits? That's my main fear of doing it. But it's literally been 3.5 weeks without a day off. So,
you got to pace yourself. Don't burn
yourself.
You don't want to
burn
yourself.
Don't.
I mean, like I'm not doing the same thing every day. But I think the one thing I could do, I think I could take a day off of cardio because even though like.
Yeah,
I'm not even when I'm not doing it at the gym, even when I'm on my breaks and stuff. Thank you, SpongeBob. That means a lot. No, but like I'm on my breaks and lunch at work. You know, I'm out there walking around the building. Like I do like about 4 miles of just walking every day.
That's good. That's good though, bro.
But you know what?
Chris, yeah.
You need rest days though, man, to recover.
I'm on a hybrid schedule at work, so I'm in the office Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm home. When I'm here, forget about it, man. I can't go outside. Like it's just so easy to walk over to the TV, just put it on, sit down, and watch a show for 15 minutes. But I mean, I'm doing good, man. I'm really proud of myself. Today I saw a picture from when I was out in Vegas. I had a band hoodie, and then I said when I was walking with my friend at work, I'm like, hey, can you take a picture of me in this hoodie really quick? Like I just want to see. Like if I notice something, like, cause I could feel like the pants are dropping. Like I actually need to wear a belt now, which is really cool. Like 22 pounds in a month. I'm down.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's great, bro.
But like, and like, I could see like, it was like hugging on the sides and stuff. And like, you could actually like see it, like, you know, like sagging down, like there's room. So it's just like those little victories. But
the other thing too is don't use the scale as your ultimate barometer too.
No, sir.
Sir. No, I know. You talked to me about that too, and you know, while saying that, you know, I appreciate you always being there for me and the words of encouragement you're giving me too, man. It really does mean a lot. But just sometimes, like when I hit that plateau, that one plateau, it's just like, come on, like I literally just did 9 miles on Saturday. You know what I mean? Like the week before, I'm like. I just wanted to see that go down just 1 pound, you know.
Hey, Chris,
said, like I know the clothes are fitting better. I know I'm putting on muscle and stuff too. Like you said, it's not the end all be all.
Muscle adds weight. But Chris, I'm gonna give you one thing that I do that's been working with me here lately. So like,
not making videos.
Just let me go. It's Tyrone week. So pick on Tyrone week. Fuck this shit. Anyway, Chris, listen. What I do every morning, man, I make myself go walking. So, like you know, when you're working at home, just before you start work, just make yourself go walk, man. I don't care how it feels outside. I don't care if it's raining. I don't give two fucks. I get up every morning. I get up. I do my blessing, and I get out and I walk. And I make myself do that because when I'm at home, like I eat so well when I'm not home. When I'm at home, I have to really consciously make myself eat correctly. So I don't eat meat but twice a week. So for me, the Saturday is always the hardest for me because I'm fucking drinking and I'm somewhere where I don't need to be somewhere I don't need to be at. But really proud of you, bro.
Fridays is my cheat day. There's one pizza place that I really like that's in our area, but the problem is they only do pizzas on Friday and it's only during Lent. So it's only like a real short window that I could get it. And once it's gone, it's not till next year.
Yeah, but see how you have a cheat day? You can do the same thing with rest days, dude. Like you have to have like 1 or 2 rest days where it's just literally nothing, dude. You just chill out, you relax, let your body recover, you hydrate, have your food and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Like yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, Sunday we came home. We went out to breakfast with my parents, and like I wasn't even tired. I was literally getting changed for the gym, and I laid down on the bed. The cat came up, and then
you killed it.
She came in. She came in. She's like, "Are you gonna get up?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "It's 2:00. You fell asleep for 3.5 hours." Like I didn't even know. I didn't even know I fell asleep. I was done. I should have took that as
that's like you gotta listen to your body sometimes though, because if you continue to work out and your body starts wearing down and you're fatigued, that's when the injuries start too, man.
Yep. And Chris, one last thing I'm gonna give you too, man. Listen, if you don't feel it, bro, going to the gym just to be there, because I've done this myself. I go in the gym and I'll BS for like an hour. Like, you know what I mean? I get on the bike or I might hit the treadmill. I might go shoot a couple baskets. I don't work out. I'm in the gym to work out, but I'm tired. I'm exhausted, because I push myself. So whatever. I mean, listen, I'm in the gym, Tyson, but like I just be in that zone where like, I'm tired and I don't want to fucking be here. So instead of me just doing it, I just walk around bullshit. You know what I mean? So like, listen, if you see me in the gym, my head butts on, I'm in it to work. If I'm in there,
Chris, in terms of advice, we're not going to listen to that last comment from Tyrone. That's not what listen to. The days where you're dragging ass, but you got to get your workout in.
You don't go.
Yeah. What? This is terrible advice. What are you talking about?
You just told him to take a rest day. So the day.
Okay, Tyrone. So if your rest day is Wednesday,
I feel like I should be in the middle of the screen, and I got Tyson being like the angel on one shoulder and Tyrone on the other.
Why Tyrone gonna be the devil? I'm just telling your ass that if you're exhausted and you're going there, you're not gonna give 100%. So take you a day just to relax, recoup, and go back and be stronger the next day.
Chris,
what's wrong with that?
My advice to you, Chris, is this: if you have your rest day on Wednesday, you say you rest like that. Thursday, if you don't feel, if you're still so fatigued, go to the gym, put on some good music, and get through the workout. Though you're not always going to feel perfect every workout. You're not going to be max strength, max power. So if you got to change your workout a little bit, just still get it in though. Don't do.
You're taking what I'm saying out of context.
What'd you take out of that?
It sounds like Tyrone just goes to the gym to listen to music and talk to people, and then he goes home.
No, listen.
Takes pictures on the machine. Like, all right,
our hoodies there.
What Tyrone does is I've learned that when I know that I need to take me a rest day, because I was having the same kind of problem, I would just go, and then I'll get burnt the fuck out, and I'm in there not doing what I need to be doing. You know what I mean? And they're bullshit walking around. So I told myself on certain days, when I'm tired, I'm gonna let my body rest. I might go and get in the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Or I might go get in the pool. I might do something like that. But Tyrone ain't doing that shit. So whatever. See.
So Chris, word to the wise. I'll help you with advice. Keep Tyrone on the other side. You know what I mean?
Listen, man. Whatever, man. Y'all just go ahead and pick on Tyrone day. It's all good.
But no, it was really cool. I mean, like it was never about like likes or retweets and like the whole social media thing. Like I just wanted to show him, like, when I did it almost a month ago now, like, hey man, like you're putting in the work, like. You motivated me a little bit to get going, and then like he shared it and stuff like that, and then like Jet's Twitter and stuff, like all of a sudden like so many people started following me and like giving me words of encouragement. It just gave me like more of a list of people like I didn't want to let down. And like the cool thing, like the real cool thing about it is like I had like 2 people message me like on Twitter, like send me a DM and be like, it's one thing to see, a pro athlete who, it pretty much is their life. Like they get paid to stay in shape and perform and stuff like that. But like seeing someone like me do it, like this person saying like him, like that motivated me. And like, you got me to go back to the gym. Like it's giving me goosebumps right now. You know what I mean? Like, push comes to shove, man. I'm a fucking nobody too.
What's your Twitter account?
I don't even know. Chris Faceoff, Steve Faceoff. I honestly don't know. I don't really. I never did anything on Twitter besides following for
and ask for autographs.
More one time you won't let it down. But no, like aside from following sports for fantasy and then like Mortal Kombat, like I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. Like that's all I use for it. And like I like started tweeting mostly when like getting to know you guys and talking to you guys. And then like since then, like I just like trying to use it like a positive thing. Like why some people are invested with the progress I'm making, like I don't know, but like if I literally felt like 2 people benefited from it, like that's I'll keep cool, doing it.
That's like it's
awesome.
That's the one
like
thing.
It's real cool.
People like doing stuff like that inspires other people. Like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of in this spot where it's like, hey, you know what? Let me try that, see what I can do. It just kind of trickles down where it's a positive for everybody, man.
But
like,
fair warning, I ain't never running. You ain't never gonna get me to do one of those Goggins challenges or anything.
Come on,
I'll support you in every single thing you do. But that ain't me. It ain't never gonna be me.
Dude, to be honest, to be fair, like I'm proud of you, dude. That it takes, you know what it takes. It's hard to do in general, and it takes a lot of credit to actually put this shit on social media too. It's a fucked up world out there. People like are judgmental, and it's super cool that you're doing it. And it's really cool that Makai Beckman's taking an interest in it too, man. Like,
dude, he's like it's like actually blossoming into actual friend message. Like he'll shoot me messages in the DMs, just bullshitting. Like not me reaching out to him first. Like him.
You guys talking pizza at all or no?
Huh?
Talking any pizza?
No. Hey, play your cards right. When you coming up here, man? This was supposed to be last off season,
dude. You know what? Fucking busy. I got fighters fighting in 3 weeks. I got all this shit going on, man. I just want, and then I have my third amigo doesn't make videos. I got work on making videos all the time.
Well, why don't you make another road trip and come up to that Shinedown show up here?
When is that?
I don't know.
I'm going to see them in 2 weeks. I can't wait going with Paul.
I want to say it's after your Connecticut one, but I mean literally that's a 5-minute drive from my.
Are you coming with me? No.
You come. I tell you what. I'll make you a promise. You come up, hang out for the day. Do just have fun, I'll take you on a hike and stuff like that. That's pretty close up by here. You come out, I'll go with you.
Wear a Shinedown shirt?
Not a fucking chance. You'll
come
get
on, man.
No, it's the golden rule though. It's the golden rule. You never wear a shirt of the band you're going to see. That is like a golden
I'm hammered. I'm gonna wear it.
You look like a total fanboy.
I am a fanboy. I don't care.
I know, I get it, but it's like
drunk. I don't give a shit.
Like the people that go in, buy like the tour shirt, put it on right there, right at the merch.
Oh, I don't do that. I'll have a shirt from like 10 years ago. It's like half ripped, stained paint on it.
That's a little bit better. It's a little forgivable.
So give me your thoughts on Odell Beckham and the Jets. What do you think about him?
I always liked Odell. I always liked the talent of Odell. I wanted Odell in 2014 when he came out. You guys already touched on it. It's going to come down to the price point. You can't give up the farm for him. The problem we're going to run into is when Aaron Rodgers comes here, we have to do so much restructuring to even make that happen. Where do you want? We're not going to, I don't know how we're going to be able to get everybody, even though the cap's a myth and all that. There's still so much juggling that's going to have to get done just to handle what we have in house. And then Campbell, I would say Campbell is probably a bigger priority need than Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
And then center.
Did you know he's 11th out of 149 linemen in pass rush, and he's
lineman, defensive lineman.
I thought it was 79 out of 79.
No, defensive lineman. Yo, you said lineman, sir. Defensive lineman, sir. That's correct. You're gonna talk shit. At least get it correct when you talk shit.
Hey, before I lose track though, really quick, Tyrone, you said you're in Pennsylvania. Where are you at?
No. The restaurant I'm stopping is in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I thought you were in PA right now.
Outside in between Harrisonburg and Allentown. I go that way every week.
Oh, okay.
Over 78? Yeah. Where you live out there, Chris? Where you at?
I'm like right by Wilkes-Barre Square.
Oh, Wilkes-Barre? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So I'll hit you up if you're ever out.
Yeah, I was out that way a couple months ago. I was there, but picked up in Strand.
Maybe you'll get a hoodie, Chris.
Yeah, whatever. Yo, Chris losing weight, man. Yo, stop hating on me today, man. Yo, last week is prime time. Now it's my week. So what the fuck, man?
I owed you for a few weeks.
That's
So
right.
whatever.
I saw this being talked about somewhere. I want to run this by you. Would you consider Elijah Moore a bust?
The
No,
Jets, yes. For his career, not yet.
no, I'm not gonna say for us.
Yeah, he's got it, but not a bust is probably too much. I'd say a disappointment. A bust is a complete failure. I think he contributed.
I mean,
but
at the end of the day, he's not here anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Zach Wilson's a bust.
No.
Yeah, definitely. They didn't use him correctly either, though. So you can't put that all on him, man. You know what I'm saying? There was other factors to his development was on it wasn't just him. So his level of play, the kid's a dog, man. So
the one thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm just saying he's not there though.
The one thing, like for me, like I mean, when he wanted out in the middle of the year and stuff, not a good look, horrible. Nobody liked it. There's no defending that. But like, aside from Jamal Adams going scorched earth, it just reminds me of the Jamal Adams thing because it feels like it's disappointing because it feels like it was a story that never got finished.
Yeah, but
like,
Jamal
it
Adams
feels like he should still be here.
Jamal Adams is an all-pro, like
but like
talent. Elijah Moore never even got to that point.
Yeah,
but he didn't have to have pretty much the other end of the stick to make him be what he is. He could only do so much. I mean, we saw how many times he was open. A quarterback can't see him to throw him the ball.
What do you think, Kevin?
yeah.
Well, look at what Garrett Wilson did, though. I mean, he was fairly quiet. He put up his numbers. He got his targets for whatever reason. I mean, you look at Elijah Moore. We were talking about it before. Like, there's a lot of routes where it looks like he just quit. Like, he flat out quit.
And a lot of routes he was wide open too. Prime time it was missed. So if you're not getting the ball and the quarterback's not able to see a wide open receiver, I mean, at some point he's going to feel some type of way. The only issue everyone has is he came out and said it out loud. That he should have kept his mouth closed and kept it simple. But at the end of the day, the kid is extremely talented. He's going to be a really good player in the right system. I think the problem is we didn't use him right, and it might come back to bite us in the ass one day when he's a fucking all pro, just throwing up 100 catches. 140 catches, and we pass on them because our quarterback
based on
sucks.
that though, but then Chris, look at the compensation though. Did the compensation bother you, like what we got for him?
I would have much rather that been like a 4 or 5, like giving back the 3 to get a 2. That was a little rich. I think this is the first time we could say that Douglas took an L on a trade.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris.
Unless that was the most they could get though. And they just felt like they had to move on. I mean, I would have been fine bringing him back and at least seeing if he could up his value with Rodgers at quarterback. But
yeah,
if that's the most they can get right now, then
closed doors. And then the last thing before I go, so I take because I sell a lot of sports cards and stuff on the side on eBay. I take my taxes to get done, and it just so happens one of my friends that I graduated high school with, I take them to her. She has her own business and stuff. Diehard Packers fan, right? So got married last year. So this is the first year, like we were looking to file jointly and all that kind of stuff. So she let me know the taxes were ready to go down. And when I was there dropping them off the first time, she's like, there's no way you're getting Aaron Rodgers. He's not leaving. All this before, he went on McAfee and said what he said. So when I went down there, I was like, so, now that me and my wife filed together, I said, do we get a discount? Can you double check? And she was like, you owe me $188. Get the fuck out. But I'll leave you guys go. I didn't say, Kevin, this is the first time I get to talk to you since you've been back. Still keeping you and your family in my prayers. So
really appreciate it, man.
But happy to have you back here, man. It was sad without you, that's for sure.
Chris, have a great day.
Really appreciate it, bro.
Talking to you.
Later, back to reality, huh? Prime time. He was loving you 2 weeks ago. Back to reality. Shit changed quick right here.
That's good though. That's what I need. I need normalcy.
I've seen Breaking Benjamin, man. I've seen him a bunch of times. I just saw him last summer with Alice in Chains. They're really good. The lead singer's from Jersey. He's from Ocean City, New Jersey, I think. Right now, Tyrone's like, I have no idea who Breaking Benjamin is.
Bro, I don't even know none of these groups y'all talking about,
heard.
man. Like, I don't even know none of them. Not one group you guys talked about that I have any clue who the hell they are. None of them.
All right. We will go to our good friend Bubs. What's up, man?
How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
What's up,
How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Just waiting for Rodgers to get traded opening day.
You get a different view. Your vent's to the left this time now. It's usually like a different angle, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
They're good. I'm just busting you, dude.
But yeah, just waiting for Rodgers and the trade to finally get done. But to kind of give my thoughts, I guess a couple questions too I have for you guys. But the Elijah Moore trade, I feel I kind of agree with you guys. I think the thought process behind the front office seems like, you requested a trade last year. You didn't want to be there then. Why should you be here now with Rodgers and all that stuff? And maybe he still wanted to get out. That could have potentially still been the case, but they obviously could have just said last year, just play it out the rest of the season and we'll figure it out in the offseason, which seems to be the route they took. The giving up the third to get the second, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. I mean, if he didn't want to be here and the Jets would, as primetime you just said, like if that's what they were going to get out of him, then it is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate. It didn't work out. There was a lot of promise after his rookie season, especially, the final couple games. Like I remember that Dolphins game that he had, a really good game. He finished out his rookie season. And then last year without having a quarterback, but then Garrett Wilson also played well. So it was odd. I would definitely agree. He was a bust in terms of like Jet standards, but his career, it's too early to tell in terms of he's only 2 years in. He's, we'll see what he can do with Watson in Cleveland and stuff. And I assume in Cleveland, he'd probably be one of the main threats there, right? Because
they get Amari Cooper.
Cooper, yeah.
They still have Njoku at tight end, right?
Yeah, Njoku, yeah. And then Chubb,
yeah. It's a good situation he's going to.
You just shot your idea
to shit, didn't you? Who even knows what Watson's going to do, though? I mean, he last year didn't look that good coming back. So who even knows what he's going to do?
He's away for 2 years. So.
Yeah. It might take a little bit for him to fully get in his groove.
They're going to be good.
Yeah, but in terms of Odell, first, Zeke, I don't think the Jets are going to bring him in. Saleh said yesterday he likes the running back room, which, again, could just be coaches' talk, but it seems like Zeke's more interested in the Jets, and the Jets are actually interested in Zeke.
Yep.
But in terms of Odell, could you guys see potentially the Jets just wanting to bring him in on like a 1-year prove-it deal where you bring him in, give him 1 season to kind of prove that he could stay healthy and not run into any issues off the field, which is
what is that like? But he's like an established, proven player. Like what? Like in terms of that, like how low is the initial offer? Is that he's not gonna take like a $3 million deal and say $3 million? Like, you got to probably be what, 7-8 million with like incentives, right?
He's gonna want more than that.
It's probably maybe 10.
You can't give him. He has 2 knee surgeries, man. You can't give him $10 million.
Carl Lawson has 3.
Damn,
him
I'm
15 million. I'm just saying. Yeah, 3. You're giving him 15 million.
Yeah,
I think Beckham's a little more established than Lawson.
Yeah, but you got a point there. But damn, like how do you? Yeah, you gotta get rid with you. With damn, I mean, like listen. I mean, you want to give, listen. I mean, you're gonna count on Odell Beckham to give him $10-12 million? You think he's worth that?
Yeah, he didn't say that. But he said 6 or 8.
I'd be fine with 10 or 12.
I mean, no, if you want to give him 6 or 7 and you want to give him a center-later contract, absolutely. But would he take that though? Because it was reports that he wanted 15 and 20. I mean,
to me, it's not about the money in the year. It's the years. How many years does he want?
That's the receiver. That's the receiver I want.
Hopkins?
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a game. That's a game changer right there.
Yep.
I take Hopkins any day over.
And he'd be what, a 5th or 6th round pick as a salary dump?
Yeah.
Please. 2 years? Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect fit.
What do you think, Bubs?
Yeah, I take Hopkins over Odell any day. But it's a matter of I don't even know if they're going to go out and get Rodgers and I just don't see that being as realistic. To be honest, I think that's probably it would be more likely just to bring in Odell, but I mean, Hopkins has been thrown around a little bit this offseason. It seems like, he's done in Arizona, especially with the Kyler Murray injury. He'll be out for a good chunk of the season, so It seems like they're kind of headed in the wrong direction. Who even knows what Kyler's future there is?
He's saying he doesn't want to make a contract either because he wants to restructure his contract or new contract because he's not going to go for like game-breaking stuff. So, what do you think? Go ahead, Tyron.
No, why does everyone think that we need Odell though? I just don't get the reason why everyone thinks he's just that kind of player. Like he's not the guy that we were used to. That we
did you watch Odell? And did you watch Odell in the championship game? The Rams?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's why you want him, man. Wait. All of a sudden we can have too many playmakers. The
No,
more
I
playmakers,
just
You don't think the Jets are set at receiver right now, do you?
no, I
Especially if
don't.
Corey Davis ends up
I
going.
don't. But if we're gonna have a conversation about receivers, you can get Hopkins for a 4th or a 5th round pick. You wouldn't do that over
Oh,
Odell.
I would absolutely
I
do that
just
second over Odell.
like. I think people have jumped to the Odell situation. Well, I think Hopkins is available for a little bit of nothing. You're not. They're not asking for
not nothing. The contract is something. You're gonna get Odell for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but they're not asking for no major, a major pick to get him. I think he's like a 4th or 5th round pick.
Yeah, but
and then on top of that,
it's the compensation though.
Yeah, but his contract isn't nothing crazy. I don't think, right?
What
for a player of his caliber?
I think he's got 2 years, 30 million or so left on his deal.
15 million a year for a player of his caliber. Man,
as far as free agents, though, I mean, other than Odell, who else out there would you really?
It's nobody else.
There's nobody.
D Hop would be my first pick. You know what I'm saying? Even with the guys that were out there before that, I would choose Odell over them. But I mean, if I had to choose between D Hop and Odell, I'm definitely choosing D Hop. You know what I'm saying? I just think his level of play is just so just out of this earth, man. How he gets down on the field. Odell's a great player, but I think D Hop is a way better player at this level of time. At this time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, D-Hop's. I mean, when D-Hop's healthy, and I know he obviously had the suspension last season too, but when he's healthy and he's out there, he's one of the best receivers in the game. Like
he was a top 5 wideout like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Odell. I mean, Odell's not that. The biggest thing with Odell is my biggest concern is, and I guess this was kind of with Rodgers too, with the off the field stuff, but it's just the injuries and the off the field. Because if Odell's going to come in here and play 8 games, what is that going to do for us? You know,
nothing.
That's my biggest concern. And I mean, I know he had success with the Rams and stuff, and I know, it came late in the season in the playoffs. And, if he's showing up in the playoffs, nobody's going to care how many games he plays in the regular season. But previously to that, he had a couple years with the Browns where I think he played like 8 games. I think he had a year where he played like 4 or 6 games. It was bad. Like, and he's, he's also had some immature moments, like the plane incident where he wouldn't, the issue on the plane and stuff. It's just some of the stuff there just concerns you a little bit. It's just
he's a good teammate with the Rams, apparently, though. It seemed like his teammates always like him, though. It's more like
as long as they're winning, I feel like
a
distraction.
Because it ended ugly in the Giants, but they weren't winning.
What are your thoughts about Calais Campbell?
I like him. I would like to bring Calais Campbell as a veteran piece. He's also a guy, again, like you guys mentioned, I think he's been Walter Payton Man of the Year voting a little bit. Good leader, just a good guy. Been in the league for a while. I think he spent time with Arizona, Jacksonville, and with Baltimore recently. So run stuffer to put him next to Quinnen. I think last year, I mean, he'd probably be about what, like 8 million, maybe something like that, around that.
Did you know he was in a 79% something in Tyrone's book?
I know a couple years ago, it's like going back a while.
Yeah, in 2020, he did a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean shit 2023, but that's
even before that, I think like 2016, 2017, he had a couple like 14 and a half, and I think he had a 10 and a half sack season. But last year, he only had 5.5 sacks, but more just a run stuffer and a veteran piece.
Then if you're going to go like that, if we're going to go back to those years, then Odell Beckham, you got to pay him all kinds of money then because, shit, a few years ago, he was great. Right, Tyrone? Right? No?
Tyrone is just getting obliterated tonight.
Yo, Tyrone don't give 2 fucks what y'all think, man. It is what it is. I'm just going to say that. Y'all just keep picking on me, and it's what I said. I like Campbell. I hope we pick him up. He's an upgrade of what we had, and I'm gonna stand on that. So
you think he's better than Rankins?
I definitely think
he's. I thought Rankins was a player, man.
Yeah, Rankin is great. Listen, Rankin is good. Don't get me wrong. I think Calais gives, number one, he's come from Baltimore. That pedigree of just being a great player and a great leader. Then on top of that, he's gonna come in and listen, with Quinnen, this is what my problem with Rankin was. Quinn is getting double teamed every single play. You supposed to be over there eating.
But wasn't it Rankins doing his job so Quinnen can eat?
No, man. Quentin's getting double teamed, man. How you gonna do your job when you're getting double teamed?
Quentin was still eating while he was getting double teamed.
He had an all-pro year. He did something right.
Why do y'all not listen? Why y'all just want to be smart asses and don't listen? That's the whole problem.
He didn't have an all-pro year
before you get there. You got it, champ. I'm not doing this.
When do you think the Quinnen deal gets done? Like how much longer?
Oh my goodness.
I want to go back to that last comment for a sec, though, about Quan Alexander. I mean, if we're paying Calais Campbell and potentially Odell. Like, where are we getting the money to address linebacker, safety?
There's plenty of money.
All right.
There's money for everybody.
Okay.
Like I was saying anyway, hold on, bud. Listen, this is playing.
Now we're going back.
Listen, bud. Listen. No, what I was saying is this though. Quinn is getting double teamed every single time, and yeah, he was eating all season long. He was an all-pro level. The guy next to him who was getting one-on-one action should be dominating. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Now you got the floor, bud. Go ahead. You got the champ.
Wait, when do you guys think time-wise a Quinnen deal would like get done?
Summer. In the summer, training camp
for OTAs, or else you're not going to see him.
He's going to show up, man.
You think?
He's going to show up. I think so.
I thought he said that he would hold out, but if he didn't
then does that mean that John Franklin Myers, when he's playing next to Quinnen, is actually a bust then if he's not getting all those sacks?
But how many times has he played next to him, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's playing D-N. He's playing D-N. He's playing D-N, but he's not playing tackle. I'm talking about a tackle. If you got, Quinn's eating up too, that means you're getting one-on-one and Lawson's getting one-on-one. This guy should be eating. So if you have a player.
Is there a stat how many times that Quinnen Williams is actually double teamed?
Not that part.
He did get double teamed a lot.
No, but is there a percentage of times he was double teamed? That's an honest question. I don't know. I'm not a sack guy.
79%, I would guess.
I like how many times he was double teamed.
Yeah, it's probably over 79%. I'm going to agree with that one.
It's got to be a stat for that. Somebody does that shit, right?
This ain't a stat show. I'm just giving stats. So.
It's not a stat show, but you're saying he's double teamed all the time.
PFF got it, but I don't got the PFF Plus because I don't pay for that. PFF's grading system sometimes.
How many times?
Wait, hold on.
How many times could have been double teamed?
There's only a stat from ESPN that was through 5 games of last year where it was at 65%, which is actually a lot.
Double teamed?
Yeah.
79% is 60% of the snaps.
Yeah.
This is gonna turn into the 60%. Or what was Salah's model last
40%. No, it's a 40%.
40%.
No, it was 60%. You still got 40 left or some shit like that.
Yeah, when you think you've given, or when you think you've given like 60% or something. It was something like something that didn't work.
Well, see, me and Salah really talked. So Salah really was like, "Yo, Tyrone, when you give it 79%, you still got 11 left. Let's get it. Let's go with it, baby."
Here's an interesting stat.
What's that?
Dexter Lawrence from the Giants has a better pass rush win rate than Quinnen Williams.
He was a Pro Bowler, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He had a huge year.
Yeah. That's also in the wink defense. That guy throws some bizarre coverages at teams.
So
who's your wish list now, Bubs? I mean, are you worried about the center position?
Yeah, I would like to see Ben Jones, the connections to the coaching staff, obviously. And I just think, as you guys mentioned too, John Michael Schmitz, he's amazing out of Minnesota, but the rookie with Aaron Rodgers, I just don't think that's going to fit. So I probably ain't, go towards Ben Jones. But other than that, I mean, Calais Campbell, I would definitely like to bring in. And Odell, I'm okay with what he brings on the field. I just have some of the injuries and stuff concerns, obviously. But other than that, I mean, I like where the team's at. I don't think, again, you just got to wait on the Rodgers deal to get done. Maybe in the draft, bring in I feel like we need a fast, athletic coverage safety. I like Chuck Clark, but I still feel like
box guy.
Yeah. But I still feel like we need a guy that's going to be solid in coverage because the safeties last year were not good in coverage. So maybe draft a guy in the mid round.
We got Ashton Davis, man. Come on.
That guy is horrible. His only moment was the pick at the end of the game.
Wait, I gotta stop. Random man, you've got to be kidding, bro. We actually got a punter.
Oh, yeah,
do better, dude. We got the guy we shouldn't have cut the first time.
Yeah, finally.
Random man, come on, man. You know better than this. This is bad.
Even I knew that, and I've been out of the loop.
Yeah. Come on, we're talking punters.
Thomas. What was that? Did the deal ever come out about how much he's making? Is it like a 1-year deal?
I'm sure it's at his age. I'm sure it's a 1-year deal.
See, we taught you something tonight. See that? We served the purpose tonight.
Prime time. What do you think the Mets are going to do this year?
I'm actually a little bit nervous about the Mets. Just with Verlander and Scherzer at 40 years old, the lineup scares me a little bit. Not getting Correa the way they did, losing Diaz now. Bullpen, I'm not a huge fan of. I think they're going to be a playoff team, but the expectations before Diaz got hurt. I mean, you're spending as much money as anybody's ever spent on a roster in baseball history. So it's like the expectations have got to be to win a World Series. I don't know if they have the lineup to do it. And if Verlander and Scherzer kind of fizzle out down the stretch, which is very possible at their age, I don't know.
Can't be as bad as the Yankees. Every fucking pitcher's getting hurt. You go on social media, somebody else is on the IR. This guy's hurt. It's just
I hate this time of year with baseball.
Luckily, Volpe got called up though, so that's good. We needed a shortstop because ICAF stunk and Prods didn't have a good spring.
How is Hicks still on this goddamn team? I don't understand.
It's terrible.
It's like Brian Cashman's best friend.
Yeah, it's
like it was like Adam Gase and Frank Gore. It's the same kind of thing.
I don't know why in the world Hicks is on the team, and I'm not a huge Donaldson fan. I know he's done well down the stretch in spring, but I'm not a huge Donaldson guy. I'd rather have DJ at third, but then you're gonna have to DH him probably because you're gonna probably put Torres at second. But they are hammered with injuries. Both teams are. I feel like this is gonna be. I don't know. I have my doubts, but I just don't think we're gonna get past Houston. Still, they're our biggest roadblock, and I don't think we did enough in the offseason. I like Volpe a lot, but is Volpe really? Because other than Volpe, who are we adding to the lineup? We brought Judge back. But who are we adding? And Judge is great, but he's not going to hit 62 home runs again.
Yeah.
So
we have what's his face in center field too. The what the hell's his name?
Bader.
Yeah, that's a big he played well in the
too, but he'll be back.
He was good in the playoffs, man. When he was healthy, he was flying around. We'll
the bigger question is: are the Yankees willing to outspend the Mets on Otani next year?
Probably not. No.
What is that? He's gonna get like $500 million. What do you?
$500 million.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Know if Shohei can handle the New York pressure, because every time he's pitched here against the Yankees, he's gotten hammered.
He's gotten lit up.
He's got hammered. So I'm just saying, but the Mets will probably make a push. I thought the Mets were gonna make a push on Machado, but then they extended him like a couple days after that kind of got brought up. But
I think that's part of the reason they didn't go the extra mile for Correa because they're invested in Otani next year.
That was a whole fiasco too for the Correa stuff.
Well, it was good talking to you, man. Thank you for getting Tyrone straightened out. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Buzz. Appreciate you, buddy.
Have a good night,
guys.
We'll go to what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm well. So few things actually I wanted to run by you guys, see what your opinion was. What I want to see is when Rodgers gets here, he always has that rush offense to get the 12-man defense flag, right? I want to see him bring that here. I want to see him take control of our offensive line, our offense, and make them quick. Let's go. Yep. Get to the ball, hike the ball, get that 12th man when they're trying to substitute. It's a sneaky game plan, but it's a game plan that works, and
that's something that Brady would kill us with for years. I mean, he was always doing that to our defenses.
On top of Brady would always throw that, that 40-yard bomb to his fast receiver, looking for the penalty. He always did it.
Yep.
And it was always a pain in the ass. I think the Hardman 1-year deal, I like it because it's $6.5 million. It's fine. There is a guy that I had to scout this year over in Princeton, and his name is Andre Iosivas. He's a Hawaiian wide receiver, 6'4", 200 pounds. He was at the combine, and his fastest 40 is a 4.24.
Damn,
lightning quick. I looked at all of his track records because I was like, you can't run that fast without being taught how to run. Like being trained. He catches with his fingers. His separation is next to none. Like Zay Flowers still has him. And Zay Flowers he's a freak, right? I had to go see him too. But I could see Andre Iosivas dropping maybe to like the late second, third round. And I think that might be something that Joe Douglas might give a pick for. I really do. Because if Nicole Hardman is only a 1-year deal, this is a perfect substitute. That's a perfect substitute if you have Lazard for the next, I'll say 2-3 years, because everything's guaranteed $22 million.
So you wouldn't go Beckham then? You would just say you'd rather draft the guy instead?
I mean, if we're trying to win now, I wouldn't mind it. I don't.
Why not do both? Why not do both? If you're getting rid of Corey Davis, a third round or second round pick at receiver, I mean, he might be 4th or 5th on the depth chart.
Yeah,
for
but if
a
you're
year.
going to go
Nicole
first round,
Hardman could be gone next year.
You go first round offensive
both.
tackle. Second round, I want to go center.
Center. Yeah.
You might sign a center. You might not.
But you know what though? We have 2 seconds right now, As
I
of
have
right
a feeling
now.
we're going to give up one of those twos, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely. Yeah, that's why we took the second one. But you know the funny part is, 6'4", you know what I'm saying, 200 pounds running a 4.24. Bro, that's he. I don't think he makes.
Sounds like Denzel Mims.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
Mims wasn't that fast.
So
Mims never caught with his fingers. Mims caught with his hands and his body.
He
That
caught
was
with his
Mims'
he caught
problem.
with his stomach.
Chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He didn't. A receiver who catches with his hands, is a really talented receiver.
So wait a minute, so you're a scout?
yeah.
No shit.
Oh wow, damn.
So what do you like? What region do you scout in? Just like New Jersey area, or where do you scout at?
So Northeast. I live in the Hudson Valley area in New York, and I actually took classes. I took an analytics football class and I took a GM and scouting class. Both were 8 weeks, and got my certificates and started my internship last year. And now this year, the Cajun Bowl All-Stars are gonna, they're gonna W2 me this year. So this is the first.
Wow,
pay-
that's dope.
That's awesome.
Congratulations, man. That's dope. That's dope.
I appreciate it, man.
How much film do you study?
They actually, what the thing is, it's not so much film. If you want to get into the NFL, it's going to be film. It's going to be film. With this stuff, they send you out, and the best thing that they say is, look, you can watch film on these guys. If you don't take anybody else's opinion first.
Right.
Watch him with a clear mind.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys, if you take opinions from everybody else, you're going to start to think, well, maybe I have to give this guy somewhat of a good rep.
Yeah.
Dude, there were some guys where I was just like, and my scouting director is like, are you sure? I'm like, dude, he ain't it. Like, he's just not, he's not stretching before the game. He's just kind of bullshitting around. Like, he ain't it, dude. He doesn't have that dog in him.
Yeah. Right. I got a question for you, man. The kid from Pitt, everyone's talking about, the defensive tackle. Have you had a chance to watch him and see anything about him yet?
No, I didn't. Only because Pitt was somebody else's else's school. So I had UConn, Boston College, Princeton, Rutgers. I had a bunch of different schools, but I didn't have him, so somebody else had him. But I could probably get some information on him.
Cool. Any steals in the tackle department, safety department, out of the schools that you were seeing that the Jets could get maybe in the later rounds? That could be come in and really help and produce?
Nobody that I saw personally. I kind of just got handed wide receivers, some linebackers, some wide receiver twos and stuff like that. Really undersized guys. But I wasn't allowed to go to any huge crazy games yet because I was only in it.
So here's a great question. What was your evaluation of Zach Wilson?
I thought he looked great in his shorts. That's what I thought, man. And I thought he had a great arm, power arm. That's what I thought. And I looked at the schedule and I was like, if they take him with number 2, you knew that he was going to be taken with number 2. We all knew it, right? It was just, that's what it was. But it's because we desperately needed a quarterback to work on or to have for the next 4 years. We needed something. And I looked at it and I was like, yo, he's just pretty boy ain't going to make it.
Nope.
He's just not going to make it. He's been handed everything his entire life. He never
I tried to tell them that, but
I was hoping that it was going to work out. I really did. But just looking at the schedule, the last schedule, it was a COVID schedule.
Yep.
And it's 43 touchdowns and how many interceptions? 4 or 5?
Yeah, no combine. Yep.
So I'm just curious, what are some of the red flags that you look for, when you're actually out scouting? Other than guy stretching, how he warms up, what do you try to?
So we have to get on the field first, and then we look. We have to see if they're stretching, if they really take care of their bodies, right? So it's if you only do 5 minutes of stretching, you gotta mark that down. The way you talk to the fans, the way you talk to other coaches, the way you talk to other players. How big is your ego? Can you tone that down? Can you turn it on and turn it off like Michael Clemens, right? Like that.
Yeah.
But are you a team player? Are you going to switch the play up and be like, all right, well, I'm going to run this route? I've ran into people that are just I'm just going to do my own thing. And I have to tell my scouting director, he ain't it either.
Yep.
He's switching up the plays here. He wants to go run what he wants. He thinks he's the diva of the team. So stuff like that, but also besides like character and stuff, you have to know the difference between quickness and speed. You have to know if he can handle blocking as a wide receiver. Got to know if he can block. If he can't block, odds are they might take you, but you're gonna be buried in that wide receiver depth chart.
Did you have Pacheco with Rutgers, or that was last year, I guess, right?
No, that I didn't end up having him. There was a cool tight end though. Langdon, I think it's Tommy Langdon. He was an animal, dude. I watched him throw a 50-yard bomb, like a tight end,
right?
And it was a touchdown. And I actually had to scout the punter from Rutgers. Was I can never say his name right. But he might actually get drafted. He's like the number 1 punter in the league.
Awesome. Is he better than Brandon Mann? Is the question.
The funny thing was, he was like, "So what'd you get out of him?" Nothing. They're winning 66-7. That, you know what I mean? He didn't get the punch. So I didn't get to see him do anything. I get to see him stretch, but he can't. Yeah. I can say this: he can kick the ball. Now this is not being pressured, so he can kick the ball clockwise, counterclockwise, forward, backwards, against the wind, twirl it, have it up like this, and the opposite direction. Like he can kick it 7 different ways. It's pretty miraculous, I gotta say.
So now you're gonna get peppered. So now you're just doing those schools for now. So when do the draft is still another month to focus on other like top 10 guys, or are you just gonna go by the schools they give you?
No, I just go by what they're gonna send me to. So the weird thing is, if I was in the NFL, like some of the guys from the Cajun Bowl All-Stars are actually getting job interviews with the NFL, but they gotta wait till after, obviously, because everybody's going crazy right now, right? You gotta wait till after the draft. If I was to be on an NFL team, it would be right now would still be go time. But since I'm only with the Cajun Bowl All-Stars, which is like the Senior Bowl, they get their lineups ready for next year. We've already started having meetings, but it's nothing crazy or nothing like that.
So like when the Jets sign a player, like say Lazard or whatever like that, do you go back and watch the tape and say, hey, look, this is what he does, what he can't do? Like you can do all kinds of stuff, man. You can do all kinds of like really cool analysis.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty fun. So it's like, I mean, my honest opinion on OBJ, I think it gets hurt too much. You're going to pay him to get hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we all know that though, but is he an excellent slot guy? Yeah. Does he catch with his fingers? Absolutely he does. Does he burn people off the top? Yeah. Do I think he's lost a step? Kind of, so you have to really, I mean, I don't have to tell you guys know, but you really have to weigh them out,
What do you think about Hardman and Lazard?
Lazard, I think he's an excellent blocker, and he will create holes if you need. So if you line up like a tight end on, I would say you use Uzomah more than Conklin if you're going to be blocking, right?
Yeah.
So say you line him up on that side, and you kind of want to get Breece Hall that hole, right? If you line Lazard in to actually come in on a slot, and you just jam the linebacker, as you know what I mean? You have him cut in and he jams the linebacker. That sweep you can take that 62 yards to the house. Like, because I think Lazard is that fucking good. I really do.
Damn.
I don't think that, like, he's not going to wow you like Hopkins. He's not going to wow you like all these guys, but he might have a 2-touchdown day, a 3-touchdown day, but the dirty work he's willing to do. Like, that's what I like him.
Absolutely.
What about Hardman?
Hardman, his 40 was very, very quick, right? They had the Legion of Zoom over there, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of like a flash in a bottle, like I don't. He actually really is a good blocker. On the same end, though, he's used for his speed. He's not there to make those, moving the chains thing. He's going to be, okay, where's my guy at? Okay, your hot route, you already know that you're going to pull the safety so we can open up the middle. You're going to be doing, that's why he's only getting paid 6.5, like he's not going to make anything special, but he can have a game probably where it's over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns just because he's so fast that he is going to pull the safety. And a couple times he's going to beat both of them.
Here's a question for you. What do you think about Hackett and his offense? Do you like what he's bringing to New York with the players they have, like Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, the tight ends? Like, do you like Hackett's offense? What it could be?
I absolutely love it, actually, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people don't talk about this too much, but on the other hand, like we've seen so many people like Todd Bowles come here, and regardless, like the first season that he was here, we had a winning record, but we just didn't do anything with it because the Patriots are still the Patriots, and we were buried.
And we choked.
After that, we did not have a winning season, and we just crumbled, right? And then Todd Bowles got fired, right? And we kept seeing offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator after after coordinator fail as a head coach. When they become a head coach and they always come back to their original stance as a coordinator, they thrive. They always thrive. They seem to do it. And I think that's exactly where he needs to be. I thought Joe Douglas hit a home run getting somebody that can bring back the fundamentals to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're dropping all kinds. We're all professional now and shit. This
is
like intelligent football conversation.
I'm not used to this on this channel.
Yo, absolutely.
I'm actually learning shit tonight.
Yo.
I'll give you something because I know you guys got other callers, but I'll give you something because Chris, I was really liking what Chris was doing. He's losing all that weight, man, and kudos to him. There's this thing called a 3-2-1, which means you don't eat 3 hours before you go to bed. No problem solving 2 hours before you go to bed, and then no technology 1 hour before you go to bed. Ooh. I applied these. I don't always do it, but when I do, dude, I get the best sleep ever, and I think that sleep really, really helps with repairing your body.
No, I'll talk about number 2.
I got a question for you before you go, though. So, what do you think about Quinnen Williams and Calais Campbell? I think that's would be a good pairing, those two together with like Sheldon Rankins now gone.
Yeah, I think that would be excellent. I don't think Joe Douglas is going to overpay for him. I don't know if he really did go to the Lions. I'm not sure.
No, he didn't. He's
okay. I think it would be great, even though he's 36 years old. If you could still bring like that power to the offensive line, or defensive line, absolutely. You put those two on there and you let Carl Lawson eat on the outside. Fuck yeah. Because then you have Jermaine Johnson. He can learn how to beat his one-on-ones. You know what I mean? He's left by himself no matter what, and you'll find out if he really is that guy in the first round that you drafted, late first round. But you'll know if he can actually do that or not. But I'll give you one other thing. So I actually had to write some stuff down because Chris was giving me so many ideas. So I created this thing in 2019. It was called the Bats Challenge, and it's perfect for baseball season. I'm a Mets fan, and I said I'm going to start this up. Every run that you pick your favorite baseball team. Any run that you guys have is 10 push-ups and 10 squats.
Oof.
I like that.
Damn, yeah.
And when they have a day off, you have a day off. Okay, you don't have to do anything. But
that's pretty cool, though.
If there's a grand slam, that's 40 and 40 plus 4 times around the track.
Woo! Yo, that's dope as hell, bro. I like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, the softball team I was on, they were just like, dude, I feel great. And I was like, well, good. That's the whole point of it. I want you guys to feel good. Plus, I want you guys to fucking
that's
ball
dope
more,
as shit. Yeah, that's dope as shit, bro.
There you go, prime time. Well, the Mets don't really score runs, though, so you probably won't be doing much.
Oh, okay.
You knew that one was coming.
I was waiting.
So, Dirty, thanks for calling. Are you on Twitter or whatever? Where are you at?
Yeah, everything I have, I'm trying to get the YouTube up a little bit more, but I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Everything is Iconical Wear.
Iconical. IKONIC.
Yes, sir.
Dude, we'll fucking tweet your shit out, dude. This is
awesome.
Yo, definitely.
Dude. Holy shit!
And definitely come back for our draft shows, bro.
Come back whenever you want. Fuck, I got so many. I got questions for hours. Shit. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, bro. Thanks. Great call.
All right.
Good night, man.
Damn, that was all professional intelligence shit.
138, 138.
That's as much knowledge as we've had on this show and
ever.
I know.
Yeah.
That offset the hour of bullshit we did.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm sure he follows us on Twitter. We gotta find Iconical. Look that up. Damn.
He murdered that shit though. Real talk. Great facts too.
I think I found it.
All right.
Where?
Yeah. He sends me a bunch of messages, but I didn't know who it was, so I didn't answer any of them. You get the DMs. I didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh. So there's no better follow-up to Iconical than this. What's up, man?
I tell you this, prime time. I hope this hat doesn't trigger you. I'm just
Yeah, it does actually.
I'm
You know
sorry.
exactly
I
what
want
you're
to
doing.
embrace my culture and my
trumpet?
heritage. I'm
You
sorry.
guys didn't even win it. You guys didn't even win it.
I know it sucks. It
Fucking
sucks. We
took my
lost to a
closer for nothing.
It sucks, man. It sucks. We lost to a Mexican team that wasn't even full of Mexicans. I'm just busy embracing my heritage. You know that's why
That's always a good thing to do, man. That's always good.
Yeah, I'm learning like all these different Puerto Rican recipes. Like I'm learning Puerto Rican barbecue.
Really?
Yeah, it's pinchos de pollo. It's a chicken shish kebab with a guava barbecue sauce.
That sounds pretty good. Are you gonna bring it to the tailgate?
Maybe we'll see.
And I'm proud of you, man. You fixed your sound issue too. We don't get in all kinds of back.
Well, I'm on the desktop today instead of the phone. That's why.
Oh, we appreciate that, man. That's good. Much better experience for us.
I also, if you don't know, I have the bass because I did promise you Metallica if we did get Aaron
It's
Rodgers.
about fucking time, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'll save that for the end. I'll save that for the end of the call.
Oh, okay. This is what prime time comes on for.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
What I wait for.
I also want to let you know, prime time, that I don't know if you know about the thing I did, the good luck charm I did to get Aaron Rodgers. Do you know what I did?
No, I don't.
The creepiest shit ever.
What the fuck did you do?
Okay, so I went. So I live in the town where the Ditch used to hold their training camp, right?
Where? Who does what training camp?
I live in the town. My town used to host the Jets summer
Okay.
training
Okay.
camp back in the 60s. So they have a sign to commemorate where they held their training camp.
Okay.
So I took a Photoshop picture of Aaron Rodgers in a Jets uniform, put it in a Ziploc bag, and left it by the sign for good luck.
I'm done with this shit.
All
I
right.
can't do this. I don't get paid enough for this.
It worked, so props to you.
Oh yeah, no, and I can guarantee you it's still there right now. So I checked.
You're sure? Didn't blow away?
No, I put a rock on top of it.
I'll never.
Well, it would have blown up a couple. Like, how else am I supposed to keep it in place?
So, do you think anybody else walked around that area? Maybe saw a picture of Aaron Rodgers in a Jet shirt and said, "Ooh, I'd like to keep this."
Well, we all do our.
I need somebody to put a fucking rock under me.
Fans. Come on, we're
Fuck
sports
man.
fans.
Jesus Christ.
We're superstitious.
Fuck,
We all
man. I got
we all
tears
have
in my
our
fucking eyes, man. Fucking shit,
we
man.
all have our own different
Oh shit.
good luck and everything. But I'm just.
I need a darkness retreat. That's what I need.
Knock me in the room and just cut the lights off and close the fucking door. My God, this is crazy.
All right.
So, what do you think about
All right.
Hey, good luck.
just, what do you think about Beckham, man?
I think it's good that he's taking it very seriously. I'm glad for him, trimming his weight down to a more manageable level. I think
what?
You said what? You asked me what I think about Beckham.
Oh, Beckham. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear over the laughter.
My bad. No, talk about Beckham because Beckham's actually a really good story because he looks phenomenal, dude. He looks like
he looks amazing.
Better than his draft weight right now.
Well, no, whoever he switched to his fitness trainer, whoever this new fitness trainer is doing a fantastic job with it. He looks, and well, and the other thing is, as long as he can stay healthy, he's going to be motivated to play his ass off to prove.
Yes, sir, man.
It's a contract,
hey,
man.
Yeah, play that Metallica, man. We hear that Metallica, bro.
Hold on, no. But going back to Beckham, though, the one thing he's playing for a contract. And the interesting thing about Joe Douglas, they asked about the 5th-year option, and he didn't rule it out yet. They could pick it up.
Yeah, true indeed, man. But Metallica, man. It's rock Metallica, bro. Ready.
Talk about Beckham's 5th-year option.
I know. I'm ready for Metallica. I'm just ready for Metallica.
They want to they want to see what they want to have another year of cheap, of relatively cheap.
But I thought the 5th-year option is until it's in May, isn't it? When you got to pick it up by?
It's soon, yeah.
Yeah, soon, yeah.
It's soon. That's also why the Packers got to move Aaron Rodgers because they want to get Jordan Love this year off.
Yeah, true indeed. I feel you, man. Let's go.
That's why.
Hit the base, baby. What you waiting on?
All right, because everyone's waiting for it. Everyone's tired.
Everybody, hey, listen, Vince. Everybody's waiting for you to play, baby. That's all we waiting on.
We got to pick.
All right.
We got to define.
Just all on this one stuff.
Yep. This is what I get paid for. And this is what I do.
Can we get paid? Shit.
Can we get the fuck? Yeah, this show is That is not how the song go. The fuck?
I'm a Metallica fan.
Is that how the song go?
I don't think so.
I don't know the song. I know that's not it. I'm just saying. What happened, Vince?
Enter Sandman.
That's For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my favorite song, bro. You fuck it up. Go ahead, play something else.
That's all I got right now. I was also working on it. Yeah, I was working on that. Those were one of the 2 Metallica songs I was working. That was the one I was most familiar with.
Hey.
Well, we appreciate you taking our request, man. That's pretty cool of you to do that.
That shit was like. That shit was like.
The other one I'm working on is Nothing Else Matters, but I need to get the finger picks for that.
Yeah, you can't fuck that one up, too. That's nice and slow, too. That should be easy.
Yo, hey, man,
well,
that shit was
I
like.
need the finger picks. Otherwise, either that or I got to grow my nails to be ridiculous.
I got a finger pick.
Yeah. That shit was amazing, V. Like that, yeah, that changed my life, bro. Thanks for calling. Have a good night.
My dad said he wants you to do some Pink Floyd one of these days. So
he does Pink Floyd all the time.
I guess my dad never heard it. I don't know.
Can I put a request in? Yeah, I know that song. I know that song. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Money. I know that song.
That's the best one you've done.
Yeah.
End on that note.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, but yeah, I haven't played a lot of Pink Floyd on bass just because I have.
Cool.
Because I don't like Roger Waters anymore.
Hey, can we get some black people stuff? Can I get like some BB King and some Al Green here? I'm just saying something to help me be part of this.
I can work on. I was working on some Howlin' Wolf.
Okay, can we get some BB King? I mean, that should be.
I'll see if I can figure out the Thrill Is Gone for you.
Okay, you know what, V? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Next show, baby. Got you. Thank you.
Have a good night, Vincent.
Have a good night.
All right.
Have a good night.
Holy shit.
Yep. This.
What's up, man? Look at you in a suit. What the hell's going on from him to you?
How the heck do I follow that up?
It's not hard.
You
man.
can't. How can you? How can you?
Like,
that's amazing.
So the reason I'm in a suit is because normally when I get home, I take off my clothes and whatnot, and I miss the link to be able to join the show. And then I'm just kind of like, oh man, I can't join the show. So I'm like, this time I was like, all right, I'm not going to freaking take my clothes off after work. I'm just going to come here and just be like, whatever. So here I am.
Look at you, the executive.
No, absolutely not. Thank you. I appreciate you lying for me like that. That's why we keep you on the payroll, Tyrone.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Look good, baby. Look good, baby.
Elmo, not forgetting about your brother. Say hello to you. Kevin, my condolences to you as well.
Man. Thank you.
I am excited about the Mets. I know that that was one of the things. You seemed a little down about the Mets coming up, but you listen, 2 days opening day, new season. Let's go.
I got my trumpet ready.
And I also want to give Kevin props for being all about, Rodgers from the get-go. I was definitely a car guy and didn't think that the Jets had a prayer in getting Rodgers. So props to that as well. So
go big or go home.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I mean, it never works out for us. That's, I guess, my thought process on it. So I really expected. I also agree that the rookies and this, getting Rodgers is what's saving Joe Douglas, because he's really, I was listening to Tiki and Tierno's show at some point recently, and like he literally was just kind of like, he's my ride or die, and I trust him. I have all this faith in him. I'm just kind of like, why? Like, really? Like, DJ Reed.
I'm surprised you could listen to them. Their show is terrible, dude. Like,
Tierney,
I watch their clips on YouTube, to be fair. It's better than Carden and Evan Roberts in the afternoon. but also Michael K's show kind of sucks. So I mean, like, you know, sports talk is kind of like meh, but I mean, it's you guys aren't on all the time, so I got to get my content from somewhere.
But you know, the interesting though with Joe Douglas is, you know, that last year's draft class when you have Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, I mean, that's Sauce Gardner. I mean, that's like his big point. But they went,
I mean, he hit a home run.
But now Joe Douglas being in the position to get an Aaron Rodgers is just, dude, that's game changing for everybody, man. Like the Jets are being taken seriously now for the first time probably a decade.
I really want to see what the compensation is going to be, though, because I really think we hold all the leverage here, and I think that, you know, they don't need to. And I know you were talking about how they, you know, they're not gonna have to give up, you know, picks that aren't necessary. I think that's
they're saying what it could be a swap of the first round picks, then a second round pick this year and a second round pick next year.
Something
and
like
they're haggling over the Jets want some kind of condition if Rodgers retires after this year. They get things change, which they should. There should be conditions,
right? And that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's where they would leverage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we have all the leverage in this because I mean, like, you know, that relationship will be, you know, when Rodgers retires, they go retire his number and stuff like that. That's where that relationship is going to be, you know, repaired. But like right now, like they don't want him back. They don't need like all the controversy.
The damage is done, man. It's you know, the other thing too is I truly believe that, and nobody will ever admit to this, I honestly believe Roger Goodell at some point before the draft's going to step in and be like, listen, get this shit done because we got to make the schedule. We want to get the Jets on prime time. Like the NFL is all about money, dude. And the prime time games with Aaron Rodgers there, they want money. They want fans buying tickets. They want fans traveling. They want all the shit to happen. So I think it happens before the draft for sure, dude. They're going to be like, listen, pissing contest over, get it over with. Just because it's business, dude.
And I mean, this is all money for them anyway, right? It's not like you know, it's shared revenue, so it's not like they don't have like an incentive to be able to do this. So
And
so
Tyrone.
Now, them primetime games are going to be big. So I think they want to get it done because when the schedule comes out primetime, before the draft or after the draft?
After the draft.
After the draft, okay, yeah. They definitely want to get that done before then, bro, because, when Aaron Rodgers, we're at least getting 4 to 5 primetime games. We're actually going to get a Sunday game, which we haven't had in forever.
Sunday game?
Sunday night game. That 1 o'clock schedule.
We're gonna be doing a lot of 4:30 games. For sure.
4:30.
I think the Packers are gonna want to get it done before the draft because they're gonna want that second round pick this year.
Yeah, definitely.
And that 4:30 game will be really good because I typically go out Saturday nights, so it helps with.
I hate going to 4:30 games. You don't get home at like 10,
the
11
whole day.
o'clock.
It kills the entire day.
What about the 8 o'clock games though? That's the worst shit, bro.
I don't mind those. The next day, I hate those.
When I got to get up for work, like and stuff like that.
What are your thoughts on Beckham?
I mean, I'm hoping, praying.
You want him?
I feel like he's got some magic left. So I mean that's kind of, but again, I think you guys are right that he probably thinks there's more of a market for himself out there than there actually is.
Yep.
But you know, again, like, you know, it real boils down to you can't overpay for a guy, and I think that you don't need to. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with that one. So, primetime, real quick, what is your hat?
The baseball team coach, Summit, New Jersey. That's for Summit.
Okay. Because my soccer team has the same symbol, so that's why I was surprised.
What town?
So does Stanford.
Well, Costa Rica.
Okay.
Costa Rica. So,
absolutely.
So anyway, I don't want to take any more of you guys' time. So let's go Mets this season. Let's go Jets. Let's get this Aaron Rodgers thing done sooner rather than later. But let's make sure it's the right deal.
Yes.
Have a good night, fellas.
Have a good night.
Hey, have a good night, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Another good call.
Absolutely.
Good calls tonight.
It's prime time. Still no logo. All right, we will go to Charles. What's up, man? Oops. Oh shit. Sorry. What's up, man?
Hello, everybody. Always gotta go out. How would I help you? How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, how are you?
Good, bro.
Sorry, I haven't been on the show in a while. I've been busy with a bunch of stuff.
Prime time too. It's all right.
Oh, prime time. Yeah. Hi, Elmo. Hi, SpongeBob. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
I like the hat too.
Yeah, I got it from Lids. It's in the Menlo Park Mall. I gave myself a Jets cap and my friend Colin I'm going to be seeing this weekend a Pittsburgh Steelers cap. His family are Pittsburgh Steelers fans, so
good choice.
I wanted to be
then.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
nice,
thank
man.
you. Listen, you have my condolences, Prime Time. What do you like to be called, Kevin or Prime Time?
Whatever you prefer to call me is fine.
Well, I'm not gonna call you some random ass nicknames. I don't want to be disrespectful.
You can call him Peter Pot, whatever, man. He'll answer
Time
anything.
working up fine with either one, man.
I will say that I'm neutral on Becton. I want nothing to do with Ezekiel Elliott.
Neutral on Beckham. Why? What is it money or is it
Not just the money, but because of his durability, and I'm sure he has matured as a person, but he still kind of has that track record of being a pain in the ass with his pain in the ass and stuff. He's a phenomenal talent. I mean, that catch he made against the Giants back in 2014 was incredible. I mean, he caught that thing with
Against
3
the
fingers.
Giants?
against the Cowboys?
I mean, I'm sorry, with the Giants against the Cowboys on Sunday night was incredible. My apologies. Thank you, Kevin.
But he had a great championship game just 2 years ago. And
he was great too. And
he had a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
And then he hurt his ACL, which was really bad. I wanted to cry. Yep. But I don't want anything to do with Zeke. I think he's not the same player that he once was in his prime. And I'm glad that Michael Carter and Brees all said, sorry, buddy, we don't need you. We got a good-ass running back room. I love the Nicole Hardman signing. I think he's a very good player when he's healthy. As a matter of fact, he's been healthy most of his career.
Yep.
I love the Allen Lazard signing. I think he's going to be a great – I know this may be a bit of a weird comparison, but for some reason he kind of reminds me of Hines Ward, who was one of my favorite players growing up as a kid. He was a great receiver and an excellent blocker. That's what Allen Lazard reminds.
That's a really cool analogy, man. Because Hines Ward was a brutal blocking guy, dude. He was
just different size wise, but
yeah.
But
he was.
Allen Lazard's bigger. But when he went out, I can't even talk straight. When Hines Ward was on the Steelers, he was a massive beast-ass blocker. He and Ed Reed used to have wars in the blocking game.
That's true.
True.
And I don't know why Hines Ward's on the Hall of Fame. I think that's a crime, but that's another story.
What are your thoughts on the Elijah Moore trade?
I think, honestly, I love Elijah Moore's talent, but his personality, to me, he had to go. I mean, he requested trade in the middle of a winning streak. That's being kind of excuse my profanity, a fucking douchebag. Like, I get it. Quarterback wasn't in front of your reads, but your team's win. What's more important, your individual statistics or wins and losses? You'd rather win. Like, there was a moment that Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 brought up. There was a game at Ole Miss where he scored the touchdown. He did the Randy Moss moon thing, and then this guy missed the extra point to tie the game up.
Yep.
So
he did the dog peeing thing, I think, too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It was a penalty.
And that was stupid. But I would also love the Jets to get my boy Calais Campbell. He's been one of my favorite NFL players since childhood. Love his game since the Cardinals. He was great with the Jaguars. He was great with the Ravens. And he's a good man. I still can't get over how big he is, man. That dude looks like freaking Hercules, man. He's like so jacked up. I'm just like, dude, this guy's real life Hercules, man.
So what's his contract? What's his requirements for a contract? How much would you pay him?
Well, I wouldn't pay him $10 million. I would probably pay him between $6 to $8 million. If that's sounds like a reasonable contract. I know he's 36 years old, but the guy keeps himself in phenomenal shape. That's the one thing I've always admired about these older athletes. They keep themselves in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, look at Kevin. Kevin's in phenomenal shape. He's an older athlete.
No. Trying to get
you fine, Kevin. You're fine.
See, and the cool thing is everybody's recommending names for Kevin right now. So this is the chat's been distracted.
Oh God, look where I started now. I feel like a schmuck right now.
No, it's fine. We enjoy it, man. It's all here for entertainment.
You're good.
Great call though. Great call.
You're giving him things to do.
This might be your best call.
Oh, and
great call.
Kevin, I want to say I really feel bad for you guys losing Edwin Diaz. I feel your pain. But I like Edwin Diaz. He was a great closer for you guys last season.
Best closer in baseball.
I didn't even expect him to be this badly hurt, to be honest, because he was pitching great in the World Baseball Classic.
Well, if you saw it, they're saying it's anywhere from 6 to 8 months, so it's possible he could still come back. October we'll be there, so
Hopefully, I wish you guys. I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't hate the Mets. Even though I'm a Yankees fan, I don't hate the Mets. I never did.
Mom's trying to sleep.
Edward.
Yeah,
don't bang on my door.
Keep it down.
Wait, so you're a Yankee fan that likes the Mets?
I don't. Well, define what you mean by like love the Mets. I don't mind them. I tolerate them. I'd rather watch them than the stupid White Sox.
Do you root for them?
The Mets when they're playing against other teams, but not against my Yankees.
So wait a minute. So if you're what? How do I want?
Let me guess. I pissed you off now, Tyson.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand because I'm a Yankee fan. I hate the Mets. Like the Mets play the Cubs. I'm rooting for the Cubs. The Mets play the Blue Claws down the street. I'm rooting for the Blue Claws. Like I'm not. I don't. There's no part of my body that will ever root for them unless them winning gives the Yankees some kind of advantage.
Well, I was never bred to hate the Mets. I was bred to hate the Red Sox. The Red Sox were my most despised team growing up as a kid. If you talked to me when I was like 10 years old, I would want to take a shit in Fenway Park right in front of everybody, in front of every Red Sox fan.
So the Mets play the Twins. You rooting for the Mets?
Yes.
So are you?
It's kind of like my way with the Giants. The Giants, even though I'm not a fan of them, they have a special place in my heart because they've been the Patriots.
Oh no, you ruined it.
You've got to be kidding me! As a Jets fan?
Yeah.
I don't hate the Giants.
Oh, bro, you've got to be kidding me! If you're truly a Jets fan.
You fucking hate the Giants.
You've got to hate. We've been the second-class citizen, like little brother to the Giants forever. Like
my dad doesn't hate the Giants, and he's been a Jets fan since Joe Namath.
You don't know what you just did, Charles.
Yeah, you died.
I got it. When is it required for me to hate the Giants?
The chat's gonna turn on you.
I don't care if they turn on me,
bro. We played in Giants Stadium. We were treated like Giant fans treat us like shit. And you're gonna root for them?
Like a doormat.
Not every Giant fan I know treats us like shit.
We've been their little brother my entire life.
Yep.
Yo, they're doormat. We've been a doormat.
The Victor Cruz game on Christmas Eve.
You mean on Monday? You mean on preseason where you caught it with one hand?
No, I mean on Christmas Eve.
Where it knocked the Jets out of the playoffs potentially.
Oh yeah, where you caught that 99-yard touchdown.
So when they won that were you happy for the Giants that day?
I mean, to be honest with you, if you want my honest opinion,
yes.
I'm glad Rex Ryan got shut up that day because Tom Coughlin, who was my favorite head coach.
What the fuck?
Goodbye.
What did he just say?
Out. Goodbye.
Yeah, you got to go on that one, buddy.
Adios.
Yeah, that's an automatic hang up on, bro.
How can you be happy that the team that you love lost and you're happy it shut
you
your
didn't like Rex?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be tough to have him back on. It is. It's gonna be tough to have him back on, man.
I mean, he's welcome back on, but the chat's not gonna forgive that.
I'm not gonna forgive him, dude.
Bro,
Yankee fans. I mean, this is like as a Jet fan, I could never ever like the Giants. It's impossible,
bro.
Ever.
That's like liking the Patriots, bro. The Giants and the Patriots are the most hated team in my arsenal. I will never root for them.
The Giants Patriots Super Bowl, I blinded myself. I was rooting for a tie. I was rooting for the game to get canceled. I didn't care.
Tyson, I didn't even want to listen. I didn't even want to go watch the game. They forced me to go, and I was glad that the Patriots lost, but I was mad. I was pissed off that the Giants won. So either way, I was fucked.
He said the Christmas Eve game, he was happy they shut Rex Ryan up.
That's unbelievable.
What?
Yeah,
that is unbelievable.
And now I'm gonna get all these angry messages because I cut him off and was mean.
I think most people will understand why he was.
Bro, that's kind of like, that wasn't mean, bro. That's being realistic. Like, somebody told me one time, I'm a Cowboys and a Redskins fan. Like, that's fucking impossible.
Nope.
Like, you can't be a Giant and a Jet fan. It's impossible.
It's
gotta pick a side.
I already know I already know the message I'm gonna be getting for hanging up on him. But what are you gonna do? So, he called Tom Coughlin his favorite coach.
A few months ago, he was rooting for the Bills too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Primetime jinxed him. You jinxed him.
I
dude.
did.
You said this is your best call you've ever done.
The first 5 minutes went pretty smooth though.
Hey, he was doing good primetime, and then he dropped the ball.
I think he got flustered once he was told to keep it down a little bit.
He got thrown off his game a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. 2 hours, and we got our cleanup hitter. I already know I'm getting the messages. I can sense it. I'm getting messages. I'm bullying him again. What's up, man?
No, you got Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Damn.
The only thing I know is that when Kevin is on, Jose is 10 times more feisty and angry than he usually is. You're freaking out of him, Kevin. He's like, when it's just me and Tyrone, Jose's chill, man. He's just all like fine.
I bring out the anger in you. Is that what it is?
No, that was a shot at Tyrone.
Afram is probably busy on jet turbulence, man. That's why he's not here tonight.
And you know what, Jose? I'm gonna let you know something, bro. Your ass been taking a little bit of shots here, there, big fella. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you a pass, man. But I ain't gonna keep playing with your ass. But you know that shit off the rip.
Hey.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay. Don't tell me to relax when you keep talking shit. I've been getting talk shit to all night. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talk shit to Charles, and he's a fucking Giant and Jet fan. Fuck out of here.
I just hung up on him.
Relax.
All right, so
what's up,
all right,
bro?
so Jose, what's heavier, a 3-pound bag of rice or a 3-pound bag of corn?
I'm not Steve.
Thank you.
All right, so what's heavier, a 3-pound bag of corn or a 3-pound bag of feathers?
They're the same.
Thank you.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna end up on World Star TV.
What's amazing to me was the following week when he came back on, he still didn't know the right answer.
No, he didn't.
No. Hey, listen, Friday time, Tyson just kept going and going.
I was watching that night,
and the chat was going crazy, and it was like tears in my eyes. I was done, bro. And it was like he just didn't get it, bro. It was like, I
think that was the only time I had laughed that entire week.
Yo,
I needed that.
I
needed that,
bro. That was the
top
best
5 all time
of all time callers, bro. That was funny as shit, bro.
And then he got pissed. I'm not answering any more questions. Like, what are we doing on the show
then? Oh shit.
PT, how you doing?
Hanging in there, man. How are you?
I'm all right.
How's your channel?
Yeah, the same.
Are you ready to enjoy one more year of Ohtani before he's a Met?
Yes, I'm watching him bat right now.
Don't be used to it.
Hey, Jose.
Yes.
How mom doing? She doing good?
She's good.
All right, cool.
How come you didn't say hi to Elmo and Christy?
Oh, hello, Elmo, Bob, Christian. Because I know Afram is in here. Chris.
There you go. See, all your friends you got to talk to.
Yes. But let's talk football.
Oh, well, we can do that. Why not?
Yeah.
Now ask me about OBJ.
Jose, what do you think about Calais Campbell?
A guy I actually like. I've liked him since he was out there. University of Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody fact check that for me.
Oh, we got to fact check you now, too. We're already fact checking Tyrone. Jesus Christ.
So what are your thoughts on Odell?
This is some bullshit.
Odell, I'm afraid of. I'm scared of.
Are you afraid of the player? Are you afraid of the potential for injury or him just destroying the
injuries?
I'm not that concerned with the injuries.
Are you concerned about Ben Jones's injuries?
Yes, him too.
All right.
College
football at University of Miami. Well done, Jose.
Thank you.
Good job, Jose.
I was just gonna say with Odell, as long as there's like no concerns with him in the locker room, I mean the injury is what it is. If you're not giving him 3 or 4 years, you're in a win.
Alan Lazard's recruiting him, dude. I think he's one of the
And if Rodgers wants him,
hey, listen, I think his personality and who he is, man. He's the market's not too big for me. Already played in that market. I think he brings a different kind of swagger on the field, and the younger receivers will look up to him. The problem is, I'm just scared he's going to get hurt like week 6, 7 when we need him later on down the stretch. That's the biggest thing to schedule with him. Giving him a big contract.
We need him for the playoffs. That's what we need him for.
Yeah, so Tyson, you know what? And we could put him on a pop list and didn't play him like the first 6, 7 years. And these last 6 games, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Hey, PG.
What's up?
Who are the owners of the? Who were? Who?
The Wilpons?
I'm sorry.
Steve Cohen?
I'm sorry about my dog.
Oh,
That's all right.
You good, bro?
Who used to own the Mets?
The Wilpons.
Yes,
It was the Wilpons at the Double Days, and then the Wilpons bought them out, and then it was just the Wilpons, and they were the cheap fucks.
Yep.
Yes.
Who had no money left after Madoff.
So who were before 2 weeks ago? Who were the worst owners? The Wilpons or the Johnsons?
Oof.
And yes, you have to pick.
I probably think the Wilpons. As
Yeah.
bad as things have been with the Jets, I mean, the Wilpons were 10 times worse. Just not actually having money to spend around the team because they lost it in a Ponzi scheme. And the Mets were more of a circus than the Jets, I think, ever were. As bad as things have been.
This is the ultimate. James Dolan is the ultimate answer for the shit he's done to the Knicks.
Bro, what?
Yeah, but he's got the Rangers to kind of balance it out. He's kind of hands off with the Rangers.
Yeah, but he's destroyed the Knicks, though, bro. Constantly, steadily doing it.
They're on the rise right now, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to do shit. They need a
How
Donovan
do you know that? How do you know that?
They need a Donovan Mitchell, dude. They need a Donovan Mitchell in the worst way.
Donovan
They need
Mitchell
a big
definitely.
man.
Tyson, that's the best damn
No.
input you said in a minute. That was absolutely dead center. Donovan Mitchell would have changed the
I've been
Knicks,
on this
bro.
show for 2 hours. I only got my best take is a Donovan Mitchell take.
Yes, sir. That for me anyway.
I think that was
Donovan
what everybody
Mitchell.
wanted, but I mean, Brunson.
That would have been a great move. That would have been a great move for the Knicks, man. Listen.
That would have been the final piece, but
yes,
still a good friggin' team right now.
Can I tell you what the Knicks really need?
Julius Randle, get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. He's not a superstar, bro. He's not. He's not.
I want to see one more year in the playoffs with Randall.
No, man, nah. He chokes.
What? He's had one opportunity in the playoffs.
He chokes prime time.
He's had his best season so far. I want to see what he does this year in the playoffs.
He's not a number one. He's not a number one.
You're
He's
probably
a number
right.
2, maybe
And now they have Brunson. Let's see what he does.
Brunson is the number 1.
He pulls the same shit with Brunson on the court. That fucking stupid fucking throwing the ball away, dumb penalties, losing his emotions.
Pulling a fucking 3 out of nowhere for no reason.
He was great all year up until 3 weeks ago.
You know why he does?
And what happened is MVP year too? When he's playing like an MVP, what do you do in the playoffs? Jack shit.
And you know why, Tyson? You know why? You know why he choked in the playoffs?
2 years ago.
You know why he choked in the playoffs? Because he can't handle double teams, and everybody knows that. During
he was the only option.
Double teams.
He's the only option too.
He's still the only option now. He's not an option.
Brunson?
He's not.
Listen.
Listen. Donovan Mitchell would have gave the Knicks a real chance at going deep in the playoffs. They're not going deep, but I'm telling you,
they
man.
can still win a playoff series. They can win a
with
playoff
who?
series. Right now, they're matched up with Cleveland. They'll beat Cleveland.
Yeah, but if they win the playoffs, they'll get bounced out right after that.
Donovan Mitchell is going to send the Knicks home, guaranteed this year. Come on, bro. I love the Knicks, bro. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. We need help.
As long as Brunson is actually
Jose, go ahead. Jose,
let Jose get in.
The fact that in the last second of a close game, you go to play is to hand it off to your forward / supposed center. He tries to jack up a 35-foot three. It's not a good thing.
Nope, it's not. It's not, bro.
It's not a winning player, man. Not in the big spot. He's not.
No, he's not. He choked, bro. He choked. He choked. But he's not. Listen. He can't handle double teams.
Nobody's denying that he choked 2 years ago. I'm just saying. Let's see what happens.
He's not. Listen, who would you defer to? The game on the line. Who you defer to?
Right now, Brunson. Right now, Brunson's my number 1.
Yeah,
let's see how Randall does as the.
But the problem is Randall won't get him the ball though. Once the ball goes to him, it never comes back. It's gonna be stuck down there. That's it.
Does he dribble?
Yep. You tell him, Jose.
Corner, and once that double team comes,
he forces the shot.
He doesn't kick it out.
Yep, he forces the shot, Jose.
That's the problem. He
don't move the ball. And you know what's even worse than that, man? Listen, he could actually be a number 2 or number 3 and could win with. You had Mitchell, Brunson, and him. Knicks could make some noise, but you can't win with them, bro. I'm sorry.
He's the number 1.
He's not a number one. That's the problem. He's not, bro. He's not.
Speaking of Randall,
I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying though is with Brunson now, he's not your number one. He doesn't have to be your number one.
Bro, they defined him as number one though. They defined him as number one. That's the problem.
What's up,
PT? We know he isn't the number one, but he thinks he's the number one.
he does.
Pretty much, yep.
He does.
That's the problem.
Yep.
You tell him, Jose.
Ooh.
So speaking of Randall, are the Seahawks going to sign Randall Cobb?
God no. God no.
Come on, man.
He's gonna go with you guys and Aaron Rodgers.
So Jose, how would you feel if Lamar Jackson went to the Patriots?
I like Lamar, but I hate the Patriots.
Yep.
So it would be a lovely thing.
Yeah, boy. Jesus.
But I would hate him every Sunday.
That'd be the worst luck in the world if he goes to the Patriots, bro. You just can't make the
Ravens and Patriots hate each other, though. They'll never
go to coach.
The only reason people are saying that is because of Meek Mills.
Meek Mills, yeah. Meek Mills talked to Kraft. Yeah, I seen that.
Meek Mills, shut up. You're not an agent.
Yeah.
You're a bad rapper.
Hey. Whoa, big
Rapping
fella.
cakes now.
Whoa,
It
big
was
fella.
time to marry the game, and he said, "Yeah, I do."
Whoa, big fella, you kind of out of pocket right there, big fella. Whoa, you out of pocket. Hey, you out of pocket.
I'm out here on the West Coast. I'm spoiled with Kendrick Lamar and
Kendrick. Hey,
and
Simba. That dude, Simba. That dude, big up Nipsey was a whole different type of monster. That dude Simba nice as hell too, though. He a spinner. He nasty, bro. He real nasty.
West Coast rap ain't been good since Pac got shot. Let's be honest.
Oh, Primetime, you just digging. Y'all just bugging tonight, man. Let me get about. Hey, Tyrone had nothing to do with the last two comments. So when you go for them, because I'm rocking with all of them.
Jose and Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyson,
I have not said a word.
At this point, Tyson, we just move back and let them do their thing.
That is an absolute blasphemy.
This is Tyrone. I'm just watching the shrapnel now.
I'm not talking no more. Y'all
I'm
are
not saying
bugging.
a word. I'm out.
No, sir.
I am done with this one.
Yep.
Good luck
with that one. Yep. Good luck with that one.
Good luck with that shit.
Good luck with that one. I'm good.
Tyrone and Tyson were out of this one.
Hey, I have no say so in that. None of that shit's done. No, I'm good. No.
I'm out.
The game isn't a good rapper.
He's good. He's had what, 1 or 2 hits?
Not a good rapper.
Jose, what I recommend, Jose, what you should do, you should have Tyrone on your show and discuss the best rappers, the top 10 rappers. I'd tune in for that.
We still need to do our battle. I mean,
Tyrone,
I'm ready when you
Yes, sir.
If I invite you, are you gonna be on time?
Oh,
yo, I mean, I will if you get your shit together and make sure the link comes through. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This not be real here, player. Your link was on some bullshit. So let's be 100 here, big fella.
That is true.
No, okay.
That is true, but it was 2 hours in.
So you gotta do that. You gotta do a rap show. Like, name your best rappers. And Tyrone, come on! I want to see this shit because that will get views, man. I'll tune in for that shit.
If you ain't saying Benny the Butcher, Griselda in your top 5,
don't give him hints, man. Don't give him hints,
bro. He can't listen. He can't fuck that one up, Tyson. I'll exit off the fucking show for saying some shit if he don't say them in the top 5.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Don't give him.
Tyrone.
Yes, sir.
Is Nas in your top 5?
Who?
Nas.
Of all time?
Yeah. Of all time. You better say yes otherwise.
You're recruiting in our chat. Come on.
I mean, of all time, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
Okay, I'm about to say yeah. Nas.
I don't know if he cracks my top 5. I gotta
what? Get the fuck off Tyson. Tyson, drop him off the show, bro. He's bugging. What? Who are your top 5?
He's definitely not top 4.
Who's your top 5?
I mean, Pac and Biggie. I think you got to throw Dre in there.
Dre who?
And Eminem is definitely top three.
Emma fucking who? Emma who?
Lyrically, nobody can fuck with Eminem. His rhyme schemes, nobody can fuck with him. Nobody can fuck with him. Nobody can fuck with him. Nobody can fuck.
Your top 5?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Jose, here's your content, Jose.
He's in every top 5.
Have this on your channel. Have a primetime debate with
Eminem in your top 5.
Yes, easily.
Yes.
By far.
PT.
There is nobody that matches him lyrically. Nobody.
PT.
Yes.
PT, I am going to DM you tonight.
Yes. Have them both on to have a rap debate. I will 100% tune in.
Honestly, him and Pac are my 1 and 2. Him and Pac are my 1 and 2.
I am DMing both of you.
I'm appalled.
Chat agrees. He's in top 5. Eminem top 5.
Eminem top 5.
They know. The chat knows.
Vanilla Ice my top 5. Fuck out of here. Eminem top 5.
Millie Vanilli.
Nice, but top 5 of all time.
Yep.
Jose, here's your show.
Oh my God.
Come again?
Do this, Jose. You gotta tell us when you're doing this. We'll promote it. We'll promote it for you.
Oh my
Kevin versus Tyrone and
next
you.
Week, next week.
I'll tune in and I will tune in and actually I'll promote the shit out of this one. I want to hear this.
Sometime next week. Good for you guys.
Next Thursday will work perfectly. Give you some time to do some research because y'all on some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Like, yo, this ain't even fair. This ain't even fair. This is a fixed fight. Prime Time said Eminem is his top 5.
How do you not have him in your top 5?
Fuck no.
That's just being a hater. That's just being a hater.
Hater?
Yes.
Next week.
Next week. Prime Time, you available next week?
Walk your ass back across 8 Mile. Come on, get out of here with that.
You know what? That's a fucking movie, bro. Like, are you serious?
That's real life.
So
and there's no movie. It's no Makai.
Tyrone, next Thursday, a week from Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A week from Thursday. Kevin,
I gotta check my baseball schedule.
All right. Check it out.
But I should be good by 8.
All
Most
right.
nights I'm good by 8.
You get it set up, Jose, and I'll promote it.
Okay.
This would be you're probably the biggest view show you're ever gonna have. This right here. I'm gonna promote the shit. This one.
They just they full of shit. Like they lost. It's not even fair.
As far as rhyme schemes, you cannot find anybody that
save it for the show.
Jada Kiss.
You can't.
Jada.
Jadakiss is dope. Jadakiss is close to my top 5. But he's
what?
In my top 5. Close to.
If you don't get the fuck off my line, bro,
he's in my top 10. He's in my top 10.
I'm not.
Not deep. Not deep. Come on.
Deep ain't in my top 5 of you. Oh my God.
No.
Save it for the show, Jose. We got this is all content.
I won already. Fight over.
I know for a fact you probably don't like my other one that's borderline top 5, Lil Wayne. I know you don't like him either.
Yes, I do.
He's another legend, absolute legend.
Yes, I like Lil Wayne.
Tyrone doesn't though. I know he doesn't.
Lyrically?
No, just overall style. He's up there for me.
Overall style?
We'll save it for Thursday, man. We'll save it for the show because
Poor Kevin.
Just easy.
All right, Jose. A week from Thursday, Tyrone and Kevin both agreed to it. So
it is on. Woo.
I will promote the shit out of it. Don't worry. I'm gonna get drunk as shit and go in your chat and cause all kinds of chaos.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Tyson, these motherfuckers said Eminem and Mobb Deep.
I did not say that.
The chat agrees.
I did not say Eminem.
The chat agrees.
There's no way you can make. There's no way you can make a top 5 list and not throw Eminem in. You can't.
Yes,
very easily.
The show.
Very easily. Very easily.
Let's go. Now you go in there too. We're all gonna be in there. Listen, I'll be promoting the show on all of our pages. Don't worry, I got this one.
Wow.
Jose, have a good night, man.
Have a good night, bro.
Love you too.
Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
That show's gonna be chaos.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy for sure.
Man, this shit is bullshit.
His channel is was it Jose Rodriguez?
Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah.
We'll promote it. Jose Rodriguez, yeah.
Yep. Tyrone's gonna be there. This one, Tyrone's gonna just come in guns blazing with this one.
Yo, bro, they bugging out, man. This shit, I gotta represent for the real ones out there who love music. Cause Primetime gonna try to ruin shit.
Come on, man. Don't be.
Thank you guys for joining us.
You set the show back 10
Don't be a
years
hater.
prime time making them
Don't be a
bullshit ass
hater.
comments, man.
Oh,
We just lost 50 subscribers for the shit you just said, man. Fuck out of here. Little Bow Wow, absolutely. He probably got one tattooed on his chest.
I thought he got rid of the Lil, right? Isn't he just Bow Wow now? He became an adult.
I mean, I never listened to his music, so I couldn't tell you.
Thank you guys for joining us. If anything,
Tyrone, show up. Tell Jose fix his damn channel, man. Get this shit correctly. I'll be there early.
thank you guys for
Right
joining
work.
us. We'll be back next Tuesday unless this trade goes down. We'll go earlier than that. Have a good night. This is just a disaster.
Have a good night.
What a show. What a show.